A special hour of news today at 4 on Channel 7.
Today, ABC Sports presents regional coverage of ABC's college football as number 5 Michigan tackles Michigan State or UCLA takes on Arizona. And later, the 1989 World Series begins as the San Francisco Giants meet the Oakland A's in Game 1. That's all coming up beginning next with ABC's college football. The following is a special presentation of ABC Sports.
This is the new media center in Arizona Stadium on the campus of the University of Arizona. Welcome to the Great Southwest, Tucson, Arizona. It's a Pac-10 showdown between the Bruins of UCLA and the Wildcats of Arizona. The Bruins of UCLA, their first road trip in Pac-10 play coming here, and here they are. They're 2-0 in league play, tied for first with USC. Terry Donahue last week became the Pac-10's all-time winningest coach, and his Bruins have been tough on the road. They've won 7 straight over the past 2 years. The Wildcats of Arizona are 2-1. They're 1 game back of UCLA and USC, and they had a week off to get ready for this game as Dick Tomey, in his 3rd year as coach of the Wildcats, lost to the Bruins here last year, 24-3. Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Bender. The past 5 years, Arizona's had the 3rd best winning percentage in the Pac-10. But Dick Tomey wants to take the Wildcats to the next level. And to do that, he knows he has to beat the Los Angeles schools, UCLA and USC. And today he thinks an outstanding opportunity is given to him as he tries to change the power structure in the league. Terry Donahue senses all of this, and he feels a sense of urgency. He feels the Wildcats have been backed into a corner as they can ill afford to lose 2 conference games this early in the season. Nobody knows more about Dick Tomey and Terry Donahue than my broadcasting partner, Dick Vermeil. Both of them were assistants with Dick when they went to the Rose Bowl and upset Ohio State in 1976. Dick, tell me about these 2 guys.
Well, Gary, as equal as these 2 coaches are in ability as football coaches, they're direct opposites in personalities. Terry Donahue is the more serious, a little more conservative in his approach to the game, the impeccable dresser. Dick Tomey, he could care less if his tie matches his shirt. A little more wide-open guy. When you coach against Tomey, you better expect the unexpected.
As we come to this game, Dick, I sense that both clubs are still searching for their identity on offense.
Well, last year UCLA had Troy Aikman, and everybody defensed him, the passing attack, and allowed them to run maybe a little bit better than they actually were. This year, they're shutting down the run, putting the pressure on the freshman quarterback, Brett Johnson, to get it done, and I think pretty quick that philosophy is going to have to change.
What about Arizona?
Arizona's been a wishbone team, a quarterback option. The defenses have been forcing the quarterback to keep the ball too much. Look for Arizona to come with a little I formation today.
UCLA has won the last 4 games. The last time Arizona defeated the Bruins was right here in 1983. We'll be back with the opening kickoff of this Pac-10 showdown between the Wildcats and Bruins in just a moment.
No television delivers the big picture quite like RCA. With features so advanced, you can watch TV in ways you never thought possible. With viewing and listening experiences that are quite overwhelming.
Got it!
After all, if we didn't push technology to new heights, we'd never be able to face the world's toughest critics day after day. RCA, #1 with the toughest critics in the world.
I know college won't be an easy climb. That's why I joined the Army. With the GI Bill and the Army College Fund, in 2 years I'll have $17,000 to help me pay for college. And I'm developing the confidence and determination I'll need to help me succeed when I get there. Now I know I can make it to the top, not just in college, but in whatever I do.
ABC's College Football. Brought to you by Honda, who invites you to test drive the all-new Accord. You have to drive it to believe it. By UPS, fast, efficient service to 175 countries and territories worldwide. By Sears Craftsman, people who depend on tools depend on craftsmen. And by RCA, #1 with the toughest critics in the world.
Crowd of over 50,000. Let's go to the sideline now. For the other member of our broadcast team, here's Cheryl Miller.
Thanks a lot, Gary. It has been nothing but hot here in Tucson, and today is no different. The temperature is over 94, 97 degrees, and it's a record high. And you can imagine how hot it is down here on the field. It's 102 degrees. Both the trainers for the respective teams are very concerned about the heat. They started pre-hydrating the players last night. That means they started to really force the fluids last night throughout the entire game today. And also, there are many nursing stations set around the stadium to make sure that the fans are taken care of. So, Gary, we're going to have to keep our eye not only on the players, but on the fans as well.
What about the broadcasters,
hey,
Cheryl?
I've got a canteen behind me. I'm taken care of.
Okay. UCLA won the toss. They deferred, and so they'll be kicking off. Brad Del Uso is going to be kicking off, a junior out of San Diego. And back deep will be Michael Bates along with Errol Sapp. Now, we had heard that Michael Bates had a virus when he woke up this morning. They were concerned about him, but he's back for the opening kickoff.
The virus has disappeared by the time you get to the locker room.
UCLA ready to go, and we're underway. Line drive. There'll be no return on this one.
Boy, he banged that one.
Did he ever? And at the 20-yard line, the Wildcats will have it. There is Ron Veal, the starting quarterback. Veal as a starter is 10-4-2 in his 2+ years for the Arizona Wildcats. Only throwing 39% completion, however. Looking now at his offensive backfield, Eldridge, Hampton in the backfield along with McGill. They're going to go from the I from time to time today. A little change. And up front, Brandon and Parker, the leaders. They're the seniors on the right side of that offensive line. As you can see, they come out I strong right. This is a new wrinkle now for the Wildcats. Give straight ahead to Eldridge, and Eldridge has a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up 2nd and 3. Mike Lodish, number 94, made the stop. Let's look defensively at the Bruins. Lodish leading that defensive forward troop very well. He's joined by Kelly and Bryson. The linebackers, Keaton, Davis, Argo, and Patton. Beach Shaw is out of the ball game. They had hoped he would be able to start. Turner, along with Darby, the returning starters from a year ago in the secondary.
Secondary is a little bit late lining up there, Gary.
Olgun Fididimi is split out to the near side of the field. In motion goes McGill. Pitch comes back to Eldridge. He's got the first down. He's out to the 40-yard line. Stacy Argo up to make the stop for the Bruins. Let's look now what Arizona wants to do offensively.
Well, Rip Scheer, the offensive coordinator, said the #1 thing they have to do with their style of offense is be efficient on first down, stay out of the 2nd and 3rd and long situations with their style attack. Not a great passing team.
Dick Tomey in his 3rd year, his club last year going 7-4, winning their final 3 games of the year. Kip Lewis is split out now, the single wideout as McGill goes in motion. Eldridge again. 215-pounder, senior out of Tucson, brings it across the 45 to the 46. Argo and Turner combine on the stop. A gain of 8. Let's look at what the Bruins want to do defensively.
Well, Bobby Fields, the defensive coordinator, says, hey, #1 thing we've got to do is take away their inside run. They better get started because they're running inside.
Terry Donahue, the winningest coach all time in Pac-10 play, with 72 wins.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, you see them lining up in an I formation, that deep tailback. That's the first time in a couple of years they've really got going to this style of attack. First time for sure this year.
This time the short man McGill. McGill's got the first down. So this new wrinkle is working for Dick Tomey. Eric Turner eventually made the stop. First down at the UCLA 45.
That extra week of preparation really helps a football team prepare. As you watch now, the big fullback, number 35, leads through, gets a good block in there, and there goes Reggie McGill for a nice gain. The extra week allows you to put in some things that you wouldn't have time to do if you just had your normal week of preparation. Big advantage for Arizona.
Kyle Jan, Kip Lewis, wide out, split left and right. This time, I strong right on a first down. McGill in motion. On the option is Veal. He keeps it. And he is very close to another first down. Dion Lambert, the cornerback, up to make the stop.
Gary, I think Arizona is going to like this addition to their offense because it's going to allow them to determine which running back they want to have the ball in their hands. As you take a look at this coming from the end zone, you'll focus your attention to the right. The fullback goes inside. Now the defenders are blocked right there. The ball's good. Fake pitch. Good job of turning back up inside. See that little fake with the left hand? That many times the defender will overreact and go take that trail back.
That was a first down to the 35-yard line. Lewis is split to the near side. The Wildcats, initial series of the game that started from their own 20. Fake pitch. Veal, they didn't fool anybody. Gets rid of it, though. Complete to Lewis. And Lewis has another first down to the 20-yard line. Matt Darby over, but a very good job by Veal. Lodish was not fooled on this play, Dick, but he still had poise to throw the ball.
What he's doing with the action of the quarterback here is faking the toss away. Now watch the quarterback as he reverse pivots, and he's going to toss like it's a flow play to the left. Now this pulls the defense that way. Now he comes up, no blocker, just a scramble situation, bootleg situation, and hits the little quick pass out there for the nice gain.
Gain of 16, just inside the 20-yard line. This is Griffith, the tight end, aligning himself to the near side. Eldridge to the 10.
And a score.
He's going to take it in. Touchdown, Arizona. Arizona coming in second in the conference in rushing, and boy, did they rush the ball well on this particular series.
Everything they did was brand new in their attack. UCLA will make adjustments in between series now, standardize what they're going to do, make the adjustments, and probably slow them down this next series.
19-yard touchdown run by Eldridge. He had 45 yards on 4 carries on that drive. Doug Pfaff, outstanding place kicker, comes in. John Neese will hold. Kenneth McPeters, the snapper. The ball is down. Pfaff's kick is up. And it's a 7-0 game. So the opening series, a very successful one, covering 80 yards. And this 19-yard run, giving the Wildcats the early advantage.
Let's take it.
You have to drive it to believe it. The new Accord.
I'm Al Michaels. Join us tonight for Game 1 of the 1989 World Series, the San Francisco Giants and the Oakland Athletics at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific.
Eldridge with the touchdown. They were telling us, Dick, that he's really got some confidence now after the severe ankle injury.
No question. That was his first touchdown of the year. Focus your attention on the big left guard, 67. 300-pounder there. He gets just enough brush block at the point of attack as he pulled across there to open up that big crease. Look for UCLA to tighten up that inside defense. They've been defense in the option all week in preparation. This is a different style attack.
You can see the numbers on the drive. Well, they have fired the first volley.
Yes, they have.
In an impressive way, I might say.
Well, last year in here, they moved the ball very well in the first drive, and they dropped the touchdown pass.
That was Kip Lewis.
Kip Lewis dropped the post pattern.
Neese will kick off instead of Pfaff. Ready to go. 7-0, the Wildcats. Brian Brown is back deep, and he's going to bring this one up. Out to the 22-yard line, and UCLA will start there. Brett Johnson, the redshirt freshman quarterback. And he has created some excitement in Westwood. Great touch and has uncanny ability and poise for as young as he is. Estwick's his fullback. Wills his second consecutive start. Farr, Moore, and then Arbuckle starting for the first time at tight end. Up front, veteran line. 4 starters back from a year ago. Cornish, the All-American candidate at center. From the 22, the Bruins with their first snap of the game. Sean Wills. And Wills goes for 3 to the 25. Anthony Smith, number 94, was over there first to make the stop.
Gary.
There he is. Is he excited, Eldridge?
Hey, the game isn't over, kids, so quit celebrating.
Well, he's from Tucson, Pueblo High School. He's got to be excited playing before not only the college crowd, but his old high school buddies here.
Well, he also had that terrible ankle injury, you know, and he's just really 100% now.
Second down. Let's make it 8 yards to go. It's Wills again. No place to go. Back there's Anthony Smith, and Smith's got him. Smith, the transfer from the University of Alabama, as he helped the Wildcat defense.
Take a look at the linebackers as they flow on this play. It's a deep toss.
There they are, Singleton, Case, Salem, and Alexander. And then Hammerschmidt, Holt, Lewis, and Geyer, the secondary. So the loss now will bring up third down and 11 yards to go. Smith has been really an impact player for Arizona.
Oh, I know it. And he's a big guy that can run.
All these guys can for Arizona. They think the front seven's the fastest they'll face this year. That's what Terry Donahue told us. Back to throw, Brett Johnson. Over the middle, nobody there. So all of a sudden, UCLA's got to kick the football. Terry Donahue's team has won 10 of their last 11 games on the road, 7 straight. They've been tough, but right now find themselves down 7-0.
Arizona has been good over the last few years at blocking punts. You really have to do a good job in disciplining your protection.
34 blocks to be exact. Kurt Maggio will go back and punt. Darrell Lewis is back deep for the Wildcats. Good rush put on. Got very close to it. Lewis is going to let it hit, and that's going to cost him.
That's a mistake. See, now he lost at least 15, 16 yards there. He should have fielded that ball.
So the line of scrimmage for Arizona will be the 18. That will go as a 51-yard punt. And Ron Veal, his troops leading 7-0, will come out offensively.
Mr. Ian McKenzie. I'm Angus McKenzie. Ian's moved down the road.
Today, with service to 175 countries.
Oh, you've been wanting Ian Alistair, Mackenzie.
UPS delivers to nearly 4 billion people.
Parcel for Mackenzie. Hi.
Including the extraordinary concentration of Mackenzies along the northeast coast of Scotland.
Mr. Ian Alistair Mackenzie. No trouble finding me, did you, lad? No trouble at all.
UPS. We run the tightest ship in the shipping business.
Over 500,000 times tonight, we'll be delivering in 30 minutes or less. Sometimes we even arrive a little early. So tonight, call us, because nobody delivers better than Domino's Pizza. Call Domino's Pizza right now and get 2 hot pizzas for 1 hot price. Nobody delivers better, so call now.
Did you know in 1976, UCLA upset top-ranked Ohio State in the Rose Bowl? This picture in 75 is the same guy that upset Ohio State in 76. Dick Vermeil, my broadcasting partner, the head coach at UCLA, and 2 of those assistants. Look at those hairstyles.
Look at those
Dick
guys.
Tomey and Terry Donahue.
They're the only guys that have aged. You see that?
Part of that staff. There were some other guys on there. Jim Mora.
Jim Mora. You're not too bad a coach.
No,
huh?
sir.
Carl Peterson, the president of the Kansas City Chiefs.
He's here this weekend.
Bill McPherson, defensive coordinator at 49ers.
His son's on the UCLA team now. From the 18-yard line now. Arizona with their second snap offensively. I should say second series. And Eldridge out to the 25.
They might end up liking this attack and forget the wishbone.
Eldridge really has to like it. It gives him a chance to find the open seams, the little holes.
Well, he gets the ball right away, where in the option he goes down the line of scrimmage and the quarterback flips it to him late, and it doesn't allow him to go ahead and tuck the ball away and become an innate ball carrier. He has to stay on track and take what they give him.
He already has 52 yards. He had 107 yards last year against UCLA. Second down. 3 yards to go. This time they go to the short man, the fullback Mario Hampton, and he's got the first down.
See, the other thing that happens when you mix up your offense like this is you still force the defense to be concerned about when you're going to run the option. And that ties you down. I'm responsible for this guy, I'm responsible for this guy, and I'm responsible for this guy. And it gives you problems.
I would think also, Dick, that it really takes some pressure off of Ron Beal.
Oh, yeah. A few weeks ago, they had a 65-snap day of offense, and he was responsible for making a decision on 52 of them. Too much pressure on him.
Yep. First down at the 29. Kip Lewis is split out at the top of the field. I wing left this time. The wingman is McGill, and he's got the ball. Breaks one tackle. Check that. That is not Gill. It's Errol Sapp, a freshman out of Carson, California, who hasn't carried that much. An exciting player. He was the Los Angeles City Player of the Year last season.
Taking a look at the down four at UCLA and the problems that they have, you can see there's a little hole that closes up right there. Sapp keeps on going, and then the pursuit will come inside out and make the play. But they have some problems, but you can rest assured that Bobby Fields and the defensive staff will solve those problems.
Second down, 5. Sapp with great confidence for a true freshman from the 34-yard line. Field to Eldridge. Eldridge hammers it to the 40. Good second effort, and that's a first down. Craig Davis, who leads the Pac-10 in tackles, the inside linebacker, met him helmet to helmet. But Eldridge picking up yet another first down.
Craig Davis, you said, led the Pac-10. Last week, he had 19 tackles versus Arizona State.
And he is a Tucson native. He's one of those guys that got away.
He's got to be a little bit sore yet from making 19 hits last week. Yeah.
That's a bunch. He's averaging over 13 a game.
Had 102 of them last year.
First down now from the 40. 7-0, the Wildcats with the lead. That's Hampton, the fullback. Having trouble staying on his feet, but still getting pretty good yardage. They're right now doing very well on first down.
And doing well inside. Offensively, their goal was to be efficient on first down. They're doing that. Defensively, their goal was to take away the inside run. They're not doing that right now, so that gives the edge to Arizona.
Boy, Dick, you're really setting pretty when you have a 2nd and 5.
She was setting pretty right there, too, wasn't she?
From the 46-yard line. I'm surprised by you. Kip Lewis split out. Also, Olgun Fadidemi at the top. High, strong left. Neal on the option. Wants to pitch. He does to Eldridge. Eldridge got some running room. He's to the 35. He could go. Eldridge is to the 10. Eldridge with his second touchdown of the day.
The quarterback comes down the line of scrimmage. He fakes into the fullback. That freezes the linebackers, allows him to get out there. He makes a night cut inside, and now he's just using his innate running skills and now speed. You can see the ankle is not bothering him in any way, and he appeared to be 100% healthy on the practice field Thursday. He wasn't limping.
100%. He's also over 100 yards already in this game. That was a 54-yard run. What a start for Arizona. Fast point after makes it 14-0. So Arizona, realizing this is a golden opportunity to move to the next level, have really made a bold statement early in this football game. 14-0 they lead. 7:44 still left in the first quarter.
The big news in beer just got bigger. Michelob Dry. Bold taste. Big enough for two. The 20-ounce bottle is here. Jeep Racing Team goes nowhere without Craftsman tools. From their durable precision power tools to hand tools that are guaranteed forever. So make sure it's a Craftsman, because you don't want to get stuck with anything else. Great low prices every day. Craftsman quality. That's your money's worth, and a whole lot more.
There's a motor oil that says it's engineered for today's smaller cars, like sports cars. But is that motor oil the first choice of the members of the Sports Car Club of America? No. Valvoline is the first choice of the members of the Sports Car Club of America. Valvoline makes the highest quality motor oil recommended by any automobile manufacturer. People who know use Valvoline.
Michelob Dry introduces the 20-ounce Dry. The one Dry for two.
Overlooking the city of Tucson and the University of Arizona campus, A Mountain has been one of Arizona's strongest athletic traditions. For over 75 years, freshmen have ascended the mountain to paint the large A made of stone and concrete. David Eldridge is off to some start. 7 carries, 112 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
And I can't emphasize enough is that this guy comes off reconstructive ankle surgery in the spring to be running like this today. A great salute to our medical profession.
Dick, we have something interesting right here. We could have an onside kick. Now you say, why would you onside leading 14-0? That's Dick Tomey.
You do it when you least expect it, and Tomey can do those things. Now see, he lines up tight. He got one against Stanford like that. When they were lined up tight for kickoff, Stanford was spread out, so they kicked it.
That's what you said in the opening. He's a gambler.
He'll do it.
So Nice looks like it's a conventional kickoff. But we got to be alert to that every time because they may do it. Boy, he got into this one, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Nice
Both
pitch.
teams doing a good job kicking off. And now from the 20, UCLA, who took 3 snaps and punted the last time, will have the ball. But right now, let's take a break. Let's go to New York. Here's Roger Twibel.
Thank you very much, Gary. At Ames, Iowa, Colorado an easy time, but a bad situation with Eric Bieniemy, a broken right tibia, and the young man with 9 touchdowns coming into the game is lost indefinitely as Colorado beats Iowa State 52-17. Let's go back to Gary Bender.
Roger, thank you very much. A concerned Terry Donahue, and rightfully so. His team trailing down 14-0, and when you're on the road, boy, you don't want to get started like this.
No, and the thing is that Arizona has only scored 14 points in the first quarter the entire year so far. Now they have 14 in this ball game. But Terry is not a panic guy. He has a lot of poise, and therefore the squad will demonstrate that in their performance as the game goes on. He will not panic.
14th year as head coach. From the 20-yard line, the Bruins still looking for some success offensively. Second time to get the football, trailing 14-0. Brett Johnson, play action fake. This is what he's good at, is scrambling, but he doesn't get away that time. Chris Singleton was over there. They feel Chris Singleton is the best linebacker in the country.
Well, they say he's the best football player on defense in the Pac-10. Now, he's going to have to prove that as the year goes on, but he is an outstanding young man. He's an identical twin.
His brother Kevin, diagnosed last July having leukemia, and great support. They're so identical, the coaches can't hardly tell them apart.
They used to wear their numbers on a pin around their neck, right? On a chain.
Right. Second down, 11. Johnson on target. Beautifully thrown ball, and the catch by Scott Miller. Miller, his high school teammate, former junior college standout. Well, it's tough when you're friends. We asked Terry Donahue what it's like coaching against his friend, Dick Tomey.
Well, I'm getting more used to it with Dick in the league, and of course Rich Brooks has been in the league a long time, and they were both on our first staff at UCLA, and Dick and I go back all the way to the University of Kansas with Pepper Rogers back in 1967. So, I'm getting used to it. I don't particularly enjoy that. I've said that publicly a lot of times. I'd rather compete against people I don't know very well or that I'm not particularly friends with. Just because somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose, and it's hard when that happens when you have friendship involved.
Well, I'll tell you, his friend Dick Tomey certainly is not letting his friendship get in the way of anything. They're leading 14-0. However, UCLA starting to put it together. That pass a moment ago, a 17-yard completion, and now a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8. That was Wills on the carry and Donnie Salem on the stop. Scott Miller goes in motion. And they're changing the play as now rolling to the far side is Brett Johnson. That's Miller. He wants to hit, overthrows everybody, incomplete. It'll bring up a 3rd down. Darrell Lewis defending on the play. Here's the goal now of the Bruins. They want to really mix it up.
Well, they want to control the ball with a mixed attack. Now, meaning that they wanted to throw the high percentage pass on the rundowns, complete them, and keep it moving that way. And right now, they're not doing a real good job of that, though they did hit their good slant pattern.
The guy standing by Terry Donahue is Rick Neuheisel, a former Bruin quarterback, played in the USFL, and now has helped with the offense.
Both of these coaches have hired former players to coach for them on their staffs. They're very loyal people.
3rd and 8. A lot of trouble being chased by Anthony Smith. And this is exactly what concerned UCLA's quickness up front defensively by Arizona.
And they want to stay out of the 3rd and long situations. And Anthony Smith, I walked by him the other day. I said, Anthony, are you ready for a real battle? And he said, I'm going to keep my pads low and get after him.
Well, he's done that. So again, UCLA has to punt the football. Maggio standing at the 19-yard line. Maggio has really been an improved punter. He had a bad spring and came back this fall, and he's been outstanding.
In fact, they even spent some time trying to recruit another punter in between spring and fall, but this guy came back and just did a great job.
And he did a fine job on this one. Back is Lewis at the 15. So at the 26, Arizona will have it for the 3rd time. Thus far, the Wildcats have things going their way. That's a 52-yard punt, an 11-yard return.
They were the biggest men I'd ever seen. They lifted my mama's couch like it was a toy. I ran to my room, but it was gone. But my mama was still there.
If you die, will they have to say goodbye to your house as well? Ask an Allstate agent about mortgage protection and make your family a promise. We'll help you keep.
As we drove away, I watched my house get smaller and smaller until it wasn't there anymore.
What makes a machine more user-friendly? It should be designed well, with controls that are easy to find. It should be dependable and powerful. And it helps if it's a Honda.
Defending Big Ten champ Michigan tackles perennial power Iowa. Or UCLA hits the Oregon Trail to take on Oregon State. Next Saturday on ABC's College Football.
Arizona Stadium in the great Southwest. 14-0. Arizona leads UCLA. I'm Gary Bender, Dick Vermeil, and Cheryl Miller. And Dick, it's amazing. Arizona has been so efficient, they haven't even had a 3rd down today.
I think that all goes back to having the week off. Not only were they able to prepare with the new offensive approach, but they're allowed to freshen up their players by taking a few days off.
And Eldridge is off to a big day thus far. Deal on the option for the Wildcats, and he's not going to go anywhere this time. Good reaction that time. Situpi Tuala out of Azusa, California. One of those outstanding names that we work with as we get ready for this broadcast.
You'll see him at the right corner of your screen, number 66. He steps down. Nice job coming off the blocks, inside out, and makes that play. That's how you have to play that ball. When the quarterback comes down that close to the line of scrimmage, you get penetration, you'll make the play. Good job there, Situpe.
It's a transfer from Citrus Junior College. Kyle Jan and Lewis split out, a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. On the option this way, Veal. And he slips.
Good job by Rosine.
Yep, Keaton was over there, the junior out of Los Angeles. What's happening, Dick? Again, they're making Veal keep the football, and that's been the problem all year long.
That's right, and I think they ought to get back to those other running plays myself.
Those didn't work as well, did they? They gained, what, 1 yard in 2 plays?
Yeah.
So the line of scrimmage now, the 28. 3rd down and 9.
This is where Arizona has not been good. They've only converted 24% of their 3rd down situations.
Prior to today, this is their first 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him run.
McGill in motion and Veal to throw. A lot of time. Over there is Lewis. Can't get to it. Kip Lewis, the intended receiver, and Michael Williams defending on the play. Veal throwing only 39%. Last year he completed 38.
The thing is about him on the practice field, I noticed too, Gary, he throws a lot of balls high over the top of people. Many times that's because you're just leaning back and not really following through with your throw, but he throws a lot of balls over the top of people. Strong arm. Coach Tomey says he's one of the best deep passers he's ever seen.
Didn't work there, though. And for the first time, Arizona's going to punt. Neese is back to punt the football. Mike Farr to receive it.
Nice
hit
punt.
it high.
Nice punt. Beautiful.
Farr calling for the fair catch. Beautiful punt, and he'll have it inside the 25. So Neese and Pfaff really giving Arizona an outstanding kicking game. And the two of them work together. Neese holds for Pfaff. They spend a lot of time together. In fact, the night before the game, they come out and visualize how they're going to do everything.
I can believe it. Kickers all have little routines of their own. When they work, it helps their confidence. If they go through routine and it doesn't work, they have to find a new routine.
Neese's daddy, by the way, is an official in the NBA.
That's right. This Brett Johnson, you know, just watching him for the first time, he reminds me of John Shira.
Yep, you would know. You've been around him.
Yes, sir. He reminds me of, he's built like him. He has that look in his eye, that little spark about how he carries himself around the field.
So UCLA looking for some success. Have first down possibilities now from the 24. Johnson, a little pressure, gets it off to Corwin Anthony, the tight end, and he has a gain of 8. Darren Case is over there, number 50, to make the stop. Well, let's get the other perspective. Let's go this time to Dick Tomey and ask him what it's like to coach against his friend Terry Donahue.
Well, you know, I used to say I like it, but I think the pragmatics of coaching have gotten to me, and you know, I don't enjoy it as much as I might have the first year, because I think it was kind of a novelty coaching against Rich and Terry, but I think of it more just as UCLA against Arizona. I really don't think about Terry being there, because I really care about Terry. I like him a lot. We've been close friends for years and years and years. And if you really got into how much the game means to us and how much it means to them, I think that'd really bother you. But so I really don't think about that anymore.
That was Reggie Gaddis, who reached up and batted down that pass of Brett Johnson's. Is going to bring up third down, still 2 yards to go.
I wonder if the fact that Arizona hasn't been successful in beating UCLA and Terry Donahue yet influences his feelings.
They want to control the running game. They're controlling everything pretty well. The only real success has been that 117-yard completion by UCLA. Paul Richardson's in now with Farr. And a big hit on Brian Brown. Brown was hit by Gaddis. Gaddis, a backup defensive end from Pomona, California.
Gaddis is the right left center of your screen. The defensive lineman, the ball will be tossed deep. Now watch the defense instead of the ball carrier. You'll see him ricochet off the block. Right in the middle of the screen, he flashes up there, and Gaddis is better against the run than his core at that position, Reggie Johnson. That's why they had him in on that 3rd and 2-3 situation.
What a luxury they have. Maggio to punt the ball to Lewis. 2:09 left in the first quarter. 14-0 Arizona. Lewis lets this one hit again, but this one will go out of bounds at the 22-yard line. So the Wildcats have stymied the Bruins offensively, and they have the football once again, and Ron Veal will come in. A 14-0 lead for this Arizona team, a team who has really had 2 of the best back-to-back wins in the history of the school. When back-to-back they were able to defeat Oklahoma and Washington. Then they got ambushed in Oregon. Had a week off and have really seemingly used it very constructively.
And Oregon is a good football team. Don't just assume that Oregon's a pushover. They're a good football team, and every time you mention Oregon in the Pac-10, every coach that you visit with say they're one of the best coach teams in the Pac-10. Rich Brooks doing a good job up there.
And friends of Tomey and Donahue.
Yeah. Coached
from the 22.
4 years.
Veal to Eldridge.
Oh, nice play.
This time of the
Craig
25.
Davis.
That is Davis again. Davis has really become an outstanding player for this team. The only returning starting linebacker from last season.
He wants to be an electrical engineer, and he lit that guy up, didn't he?
Did he ever?
His birthday here is October 16th.
From Canyon del Oro High School here in Tucson.
He was a running back as well as a linebacker here, you know, so if he intercepts one, he can run.
Hard-earned yardage that time of 3. Second down. Eldridge again, and Eldridge this time for maybe 2 more. UCLA getting a little stiffer now. John Pryor, 64, out of Santa Barbara, a senior, was there to make the tackle. Pryor and Brian Kelly share that nose tackle spot.
I tell you, the UCLA coaches have already made some adjustments, tightening up inside there. The defense coordinated by Bobby Fields, but he has a fine staff, and Larry Coyer coaches his secondary. Larry Kerr, the inside linebackers. Mike Waffle, the defensive line coach. They're doing a fine job of making some adjustments.
A third down now, 3rd and 5. That is Sapp in motion. Veal on the option. Pitches to Eldridge. He's got the corner, and he's got the first down. Boy, is he a load when he gets those shoulders turned up the field. First down to the 41.
The whole key to that play was not so much the option, it was the block by the large wide receiver, Kyler Jan, number 81. He gets the block. As we take this, watch the quarterback as he comes down the line of scrimmage. Now look forward in front, right-hand corner of the screen. You'll see a block right. We didn't get to see it. It didn't show. I'm sorry. But anyway, a wide receiver got a knockdown block that allowed him to turn that corner.
Now 132 yards for Eldridge. First down, 15-yard gain. Veal to throw. Ogunfidetimi, the intended receiver, but double coverage. Just nothing there. Carlton Gray and Eric Turner defending on the play.
Here's the block we were talking about a minute ago. You'll see it right there, right in the center of the screen. Down those people go. When you get him out there that much room, hey, you can't stop him. He's going to make the first down.
Well, he is a 215-pounder. Don't forget that. So now it'll bring up 2nd down. And again, Veal trying to keep him honest passing, but really hasn't been close.
I watched him on the practice field. They've got another young quarterback we might see today that can throw the ball a little better.
Receivers wide left, wide right. Veal to throw again. Protection breaking down. He's going to take off to the 50. And I think he's got the first down.
Yeah.
Stacy Elliott caught up with him. And Veal, when you get him open in the open field, he loves to take off.
Gary, if you were a 39% passer, as young Veal is a 39% passer, when you got back there, you might wish the defense took the coverage away, one less completion, and start running. Now here he goes. This guy can run. This is what his real strength is.
Veal
says, thanks, defense. You allowed me to make first down. I might have thrown it incomplete trying to throw
I guess so. Line of scrimmage now. That was a 10-yard pickup at the 48. McGill goes in motion. Eldridge again. 40-yard line. He has a 9-yard gain.
That's the play they scored on earlier.
And we have come to the end of the first quarter, and it's been all Wildcats. Arizona on top of UCLA, 14-0.
When you have to travel the straight and narrow, milk it for all it's worth.
Sharp, the only 12-to-1 zoom camcorder, that's who. Sharp, so fully automatic, just turn it on and shoot. The Sharp 12-to-1 zoom camcorder, that's who. While most camcorders stop here, only the Sharp 12-to-1 zoom keeps zooming all the way to here. Beautiful, even in low light. Sharp, the only 12-to-1 zoom. Nobody gets you closer to the ones you love than Sharp. From Sharp Minds come Sharp products.
Hey, come here. Closer. Don't see any dandruff, do you? I used to have it. Boy, did I ever. So I tried Head and Shoulders. Then I tried my wife's Selsun Blue. She was right. Blue is better.
Blue is better. Selsun Blue. Test shows Selsun Blue relieves dandruff flaking better than Head and Shoulders. And doctors recommend it #1. More than Head and Shoulders, Denorex, and Tegrin combined.
For me, there's no doubt about it. Blue is better.
Selsun Blue. Normal, extra medicated, and extra conditioning formulas.
When you were a kid, you wanted your bike to sound like a car. Nowadays, you'd like your car to be as quiet as that old bike. So use a gasoline that can do a better job quieting knocks. One that's 2 octane higher than regular unleaded. Unical's 89 octane.
Hey, Jimmy.
Hi, Murph.
Pitched a great game last night.
Gee, thanks.
We've played 15 minutes here at Arizona Stadium, and the Wildcats have really liked what they've done thus far. They lead 14-0 as we begin quarter number 2. 2nd and 2 from the 40 of UCLA. The new offense, the new look has helped them. Beal giving off to that time Reggie McGill, and very close to the first down. That's Craig Davis on the stop once again. That's the other game on ABC, Michigan and Michigan State. It is a first down.
UCLA is going to have to get a little more play out of their nose guard position right now. They're blocking him, and he's not getting off. That's creating those little gaps up inside, and that's why Craig Davis is slanting over there to make the tackles.
Paul Toffelmeyer, the brother of Joe, outstanding player, now with the Seattle Seahawks, now playing center. On a first down, Elder to the 35, a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. Mike Lodish, who they consider to be the strongest defensive lineman in the school's history, was over there.
Here's big Brian Kelly, number 65, the nose guard. Let's see what he does. And Toffelmeyer comes off. We got 2 guys blocking him. No wonder he can't get in on the play. But he's holding his ground. He does a nice job.
Boy, that is a thankless situation.
Boy, it is tough to play the nose guard position. You almost have to hate your girlfriend to play in there. You know?
You will later anyway. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Beal giving off this time to Hampton, the fullback. And Hampton's about 5 yards short of the first down. It'll be 3rd down coming up. Let's go down to Cheryl Miller now.
Thank you, Gary. I'm sitting in the section known as the Not Holders. These are the kids from the 8th grade down who can go to the YMCA and buy tickets for only $1. Now, is that a deal or what? Now, you guys, what do you think of the University of Arizona's football team?
I tell you, Cheryl, you got to bring those kids with you wherever we go. You got some fans down there. 3rd and 5 now. Beal being chased, and the catch is made. It's Hampton to the 15.
I think we got an offensive lineman downfield.
There's a flag on the play. Eric Turner made the stop.
I think we have an offensive lineman downfield. I'm not sure, but taking a look at it right now, the fullback, Hampton, to the right center of your screen. So he's going to sit in there. He's going to sit there, pause. Now watch him check down. See, now him check down, turn back, look for the ball. I can't see any linemen there. Oh, I see what the, yeah, blocking in front. Number 74 down there. Number 74, Glenn Parker. Down there too soon.
You can't miss him. He's 6'6", 307 pounds.
Yeah. If the ball's behind the line of scrimmage, you can block downfield. But if it's across the line of scrimmage, you can't.
That's the first penalty of the game.
Glenn, well, you know, this is amazing. Arizona has gone through 2 games with 1 penalty in each game. That's great discipline.
Downfield.
Here it is again. You'll see the big offensive lineman. He's so big he can't hide. At 6'6", 304 pounds, Glenn Parker. Glenn, you can't sneak around down there. They can see you.
Say the scouts like this guy.
Oh yeah, he's a prospect. You know what he told me the other day? He says, Coach, make sure you say hello to all my buddies at Golden West Junior College. Look at that.
Look at that. Now, you'd look good in one of those.
No, I wouldn't.
Wouldn't you? Okay. No. So the penalty negates the gain and brings up a 3rd down now. 9 yards to go. Kip Lewis to the near side. McGill goes in motion. Beal very good in this situation. Takes off. To the 30, to the 29, a couple of yards short of the first down, and Davis is there again.
Field goal time, huh?
Well, Pfaff has the distance, but they also have another kicker, Nice, who they think could even kick it further.
Dick Tomey might go for it on 4th down. He's been doing that this year. He likes to go for 4th downs.
They are 8 of 11 on 4th downs this year. Yes. That's an amazing stat. But when you have an option offense, you can do more of that.
Right, and normally when he goes for it on 4th down, he makes the plan on 3rd down. I don't think he had time to do it that situation.
And so Arizona is going to think about this one. 4th down, still 2, and Arizona uses their first timeout. 12-12 left in the first half. The Wildcats by 14.
Distinctively advanced. The cockpit designed for comfortable travel over time and distance. The Honda Prelude SI, a slightly ahead of its time machine.
This is the shop of Samsat Bazaar, a thriving establishment on the outskirts of Bangkok. Unlike other international executives, he has no phone system, no computers, not even a fax machine. He does, however, enjoy one modern and efficient service nearly 4 billion people in 175 countries today can take for granted. UPS. We run the tightest ship in the shipping business.
The undefeated Los Angeles Rams head into Buffalo to meet the Bills.
Oh, my rowdy friends are here on Monday night.
On ABC's Monday Night Football.
Arizona on a 4th down and a long yard coming up, going to go for it. And Dick, the strategy here.
Well, I think Coach Tomey feels that he's not going to beat UCLA with 14 points. And he's down here right now. He's going to eat up some clock and try to make the first down and go on and get the score. If he makes the first down, they stop him later, he can kick a shorter field goal. That's got to be his thinking. Me, I'd kick it.
Also, he has great confidence in his defense. 4th down, a long one. Eldridge, and he's got it.
Well, they ran at the right spot. They ran up behind the big 300-pound tackle, Glenn Parker. Taking a look at this, look at the top right-hand side of your screen, the big offensive tackle and guard. They're coming off. There's a fullback kicking out, big Nick Finian Ganofo, number 61 at 310 pounds, pulling through the hole. How'd you like I said that?
Boy, you're good at that.
Ganofo. Huh?
That and gun fit to me. I've been practicing all week.
Me too. I still don't get it right.
First down at the 26, so now they're 9 of 12 on 4th down this year. Snap in motion. Might have had a little trouble with the pitch there.
Nice defense.
Got it to Eldridge, and Patton, Marcus Patton, over to make the stop. Well, you're talking about gun fit and I hope you people at home appreciate how long we spent on these kind of names right here.
Ola Tide, gun fit. Say it.
gun fit.
gun fit. George Malaulu and Nick Finian Ganofo.
Got to have a broad back to put that on your jersey.
I'd call him Finny, right?
Well, they call gun fit double O.
Yeah.
2nd down now, 9. Speaking of gun fit, he split out along with Kid Lewis. There's a quarterback draw.
He's got a big play.
Yes, he does. First down to the 11-yard line.
Excellent call offensively. Very nice job by Rip Shear, the quarterback coach and quarterback coordinator of the offense. Very good call. Got him coming upfield. And that quarterback draw actually hits a little quicker than a normal draw. See him set back there? He plants, upfield he goes. You see the lineman to the left of your screen working up to wall off people. You see Parker, number 74, getting a block right there. Craig Davis getting blocked. Good job, good execution.
So they're trying to keep this drive going after picking up a 4th and 1. Now have a first down at the 11. Snap in motion. This is Bates, Michael Bates, the freshman out of Tucson. Got about a yard. Well, it's a big day on ABC. Tonight, Game 1 of the 1989 World Series, as the National League champion San Francisco Giants travel all the way across the bay to meet the American League champion Oakland A's. Coverage begins at 8 Eastern tonight here on ABC. Scott Geraltz against Dave Stewart. That's the batteries. Boy, some big names in there. Mitchell and Canseco and Clark. Going to be quite a World Series. The Fall Classic.
If you live on a hill in San Francisco, you can see the ball game from both stadiums.
Or go up in the blimp.
That's right.
2nd down now, 8. Sapp. And Sapp goes no place.
Good defense there.
Yes, sir. Good penetration.
Brian Kelly.
They lost a yard on the play. Lodish was also there, but it was Kelly who made the initial penetration.
Brian Kelly, an all-state academic student coming out of high school. Bright young man playing nose guard.
Referee is James Springer, indicating holding against Arizona. There's Kelly.
He led it 3 times in football, 2 letters in basketball. He was a track man, put the shot, all-around athlete, and a fine student.
You know what happened to him in the spring, though?
He got chicken pox. I didn't know that still existed.
Holding, offense, penalty is refused. Third down.
Third down now for the Wildcats. 9:48 left in this first half. 14-0 Arizona.
Well, the big thing here now is for Veal to not turn the ball over or take a sack. Throw it in the end zone or whatever, but don't take a sack and don't turn it over.
Half their field goal kicker is 9 of 10 coming into the day. Veal, play action, rolling out. No, he gives straight ahead. Beautiful play to Eldridge for the, check that, Mario Hampton for the touchdown. What a fake. 10-yard touchdown jump. So now you can go back to the fourth down and say it was a good call.
It was a good call.
Mario Hampton, a sophomore, and now Pfaff on the point after. Needs to hold. And Arizona with a stunner here early. 21-0. The Wildcats lead it. Still 9:28 left in this first half, and Dick Tomey's troops, boy, are they playing well.
No television delivers the big picture quite like RCA. With features so advanced, you can watch TV in ways you never thought possible. With viewing and listening experiences that are quite overwhelming.
Got it!
After all, if we didn't push technology to new heights, we'd never be able to face the world's toughest critics day after day. RCA, #1 with the toughest critics in the world.
America was built on dreams, and business is the key. We ensure where America works, we're USF&G. From the mountain's ledge to the ocean's edge, we insure you every day. We protect what America's made of. We cover the USA.
UCLA holds the NCAA record of scoring in 210 consecutive games. The last time the Bruins were shut out was September 24th, 1971. Arizona has scored in 196 straight games, the second longest streak in NCAA history.
Well, obviously Arizona will keep their scoring streak alive, but UCLA still not on the scoreboard. Mario Hampton with the touchdown run.
Draw play, good call, because down inside that kind of territory, you know, Gary, you know what's going to be happening. The defense is going to get the weight forward. They're coming after the quarterback on 3rd and 10, and especially down there in that area.
Nice kicking off. And back deep is Brian Brown. They'll bring it out to 20. Let's go back to this very good job of handling the ball by Veal that set up the touchdown.
And I question if this play was in their wishbone offense in the past. It's a draw. The fullback sets to the right. He takes it. Good stunt pickup inside there by the offensive lineman. He hit that hole, Gary. I could see you running through that hole.
Boy, I tell you what, Veal really carried the
with your
fake
quickness,
out.
oh, you could get it.
I don't know about that. You are giving me an awful lot of credit, where credit is certainly not due.
Look at Hampton has got to be excited. That's his second touchdown on the year.
Sophomore, he lost 23 pounds from last year. Really helped his quickness. UCLA in a big catch-up situation. Brett Johnson deflected, intended for the tight end Randy Austin. You wonder, for Brett Johnson, this is his first road game in Pac-10 play. Hasn't had some success early, and he's still, you know, he's a freshman redshirt.
And he's bound to have some bad days. Now, last week they beat Arizona State. He didn't have a great game. Coach Donahue said, you know, last week was the first time he showed a little jittery feet in there, sort of felt the rush and was looking at the rush. But he probably won't do that today, but that's all part of growing up at that position.
He's had to grow up in a hurry. They have not been able to bring him along slowly. From the 20 now, 2nd and 10. Johnson wanting to throw again, and not well thrown. Reggie Moore was covered, though. Covered very well by Darrell Lewis. And a flag on the field around where Johnson was tackled. He's shaken up a little bit.
Johnson kind of checking his chin strap.
I think the call, roughing the passer, personal foul.
Roughing the passer, defense, 15 yards, first down.
Taking a look at it now. Passer to the left side of your screen, dropping straight back. You can see Singleton, number 87, working inside. He steps up in, nice hole, nothing wrong right here. Just a little bit late in getting there. Reggie Johnson, number 47.
Reggie Johnson is the second fastest player on this Arizona team. Can you believe that?
Ran a 4.55 or 4.52 in pro timing day in the spring.
So the 15-yard penalty gives the Bruins a ball at the 35. That's intended for Corwin Anthony. Ron Veal saying, hey, give me some more of that new offense.
Is he listening to music, or is he talking to the coaches? He likes the hum of the engine he's driving right now.
I guess so. Now, Brett Johnson in this game is 2 of 7 for 25 yards, and really some bad misses, Dick. Not very close on some of them.
Well, one reason being the defensive line is getting close enough to him to make him to throw the ball high. They'll get him out on the perimeter and roll him out some. You watch.
Mike Farr, number 9, goes in motion. 2nd and 10 from the 35.
Here's the draw.
Boy, and on his horse is Brian Brown, and he's to the 45, and that should be enough for the first down.
Brian Brown is a slashing type running back. He doesn't make you miss, but if there's a crease there, and as you'll see from the end zone, watch the fullback, and then the defensive lineman. See the hole open in there? Look how big that hole is. Doesn't take talent to get through it. It takes quickness to get through it, and that's what he has. Great quickness.
Junior out of Carson, California. First down across the 45. Now that penalty may have really opened up some things for UCLA. They trail 21-0. And Brown again, and this time not as successful. Arnold Mobley was there. Anthony Smith was there. There's Mobley. Tall, skinny guy. The coaches are saying he only weighs 203 pounds at 6'4".
He's a football player there. I watched him move on the practice field the other day. Honor student in high school coming out of Dallas, Lincoln High School.
2nd down, 7 now for the Bruins. 8:20 left in the first half. Play action fake by Johnson.
Nice throw.
On target that time. The throw to Paul Richardson. Richardson is starting to become a big factor in the UCLA offense. Makes the first down catch at the 42. They're going with out of huddle. They're ready to go. A hurry-up offense as soon as they get the chains moved.
You know, Arizona was concerned all week about UCLA's quick tempo offense, and they actually practiced one day, Wednesday, without having a defensive huddle at any time on the practice field.
Johnson throwing, and it's dropped. That was Richardson, who just a moment ago had caught the 10-yard play. This time not able to hang on. He is their fastest wide receiver.
They say he's a gamer, not known for his work ethic on the practice field, but is improving, but is a real talent.
So they go without a huddle again. 2nd down, 10, 8:02 left in the second quarter of play. Johnson to throw. Up the field and broken up. Coming from behind and getting there prematurely on the play was Arizona. That is Holt, who came flying up, Richard Holt, and he's going to be called for interference.
Here's the isolation on the receiver. He definitely made contact a little early, it looks like, or maybe that right hand got there, but I think you have to make that a call.
Richard Holt, a sophomore out of Carson, over the back, and now penalties really helping UCLA.
The whole drive. The drive has been kept going. Coach told me he took his hat off.
Tell you, Holt.
Give it to him, Dick. Give it to him. Yeah, get after him. Go ahead.
Holt was running for 10 yards. I mean, he was full steam to get to the point of impact.
I don't know why Brett Johnson didn't run that one. I mean, he had the whole corner to run it, and he is a fine, quick runner.
Inexperience, maybe. First down, the crowd not happy with that call, the pass interference. Johnson spread out, little trouble, and he just got rid of it. Singleton was over there. Also over there was Salem.
You can see here on the sprint out here, getting him outside the pocket, getting him outside the rush. The thing is, they just kept him going toward the sideline so long he had no place left to throw the football. See, good defense. He had no place to set up and throw.
You really get pinned in on the near sideline.
Plus, you constrict the area you have to attack throwing it.
So it comes now to a 2nd and 10 from the 30. Make it the 31. Farr and Moore can split to the near side.
No back attack.
Yep, that's Brown in motion. Johnson, and the catch is made by Farr. Farr had fallen down, had gotten up, and still got there to make the catch. He's about a yard short of the first down. Mike Farr, who had 66 catches last year, a school record for UCLA.
And with that 66 catches, he did not catch a touchdown pass. Now, I have never heard of that with a man catching that many balls.
It's a big issue with the UCLA team.
He doesn't have one this year yet.
And one in his entire career. 3rd and a yard to go.
They got it.
Brown's got it. Brian Brown inside the 20 to the 19.
You know, UCLA inside the 20 has been very effective when they get down there.
From the 19, the Bruins keep this drive going.
They've been down there 18 times, scored 14, 11 touchdowns, 3 field goals. That's very efficient offense inside the 20. And you know, they haven't been playing just weak teams when you consider it's Michigan and those kind of Tennessee.
Farr goes in motion. Estwick, the fullback, and Estwick to the 16-yard line. A pickup of 4. It'll bring up 2nd down. Zeno Alexander out of Houston Yates High School to make the tackle. Monday night on ABC, going to have the undefeated Los Angeles Rams, and what an arsenal they have. All kinds of weapons led by this guy, Jim Everett. And they're going to face the Buffalo Bills as our 20th anniversary season continues live. Boy, the Rams are really playing outstanding football.
Well, they're getting the great production out of the quarterback.
2nd down. Johnson to throw. In trouble, and Singleton got him. Chris Singleton, he went up to throw, and Singleton just dragged him back down. Loss. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Here's Singleton coming from the outside. He's a good pass rusher. Comes up out there, he is. Bang, he gets up there, gets the hands up high. As the quarterback tries to go up high to throw it, he just gets his hands right up there and stuffs it back down.
See number 84, that is his brother Kevin's number. All of them are wearing it. Chris, the all Big Ten performer a year ago, should say Pac-10 performer. 3rd down and 9.
They're coming again.
He gets rid of it to Arbuckle, but he's not going to get much on that one. Good play that time by Chris Wright, number 31. 4th down.
They had 1 pass protector blocking 2 pass rushers. You lose that battle. As we take a look at this from the end zone, focus your attention to the right side of the screen. Now, you see Geddes, number 92, breaks in there clean, right up there. That's hard to throw an accurate pass. He got it there, but not enough for the 1st down.
Alfredo Velasco will attempt the field goal. He's 6 of 7, and this is going to be a 36-yard attempt. The snap is down. Maggio holds. The kick is up, and it's no good. Wide left. And so after all of that, having the penalties, keeping the drive going, they don't come away with any points. He was unstoppable inside the 30, 18 of 18 prior to that.
During the past 4 years, automotive engineers have worked hard trying to build a car as good as the Honda Accord. They take it apart, study it, put it back together, study it some more. While they're busy doing that, we'd like to introduce the new accord.
The phrase "bear down" is synonymous with Arizona athletic excellence. John Button Salmon was student body president and a letterman in football and baseball in 1926 when he was involved in a fatal automobile accident. His last words to Coach John F. Pop McHale were, "Tell him to bear down." Today, Salmon's legendary words are displayed on a bronze bust located outside the university's athletic offices. There is that slogan, "Bear down." It's also in the Arizona locker room, and they have been bearing down. They lead 21-0. Missed opportunity by UCLA.
That's a mental letdown for the squad as well, because, you know, he was 30 for 30 inside the 40-yard line. That's outstanding. It's got to be a little bit of a letdown.
Beal on the option to Eldridge. Eldridge is getting close and has the first down to the 31. Well, while they move the sticks, let's go down to Cheryl Miller. She has a very special guest.
Thank you, Gary. With me is Margaret Singleton. She is the mother of Kevin and Chris Singleton, who play for U of A. And Kevin, 4 months ago, was diagnosed of having leukemia. He's in remission now. But what type of burden, and how are you really, you know, holding up to this?
I'm doing okay. It's really very tough because I feel really sad today because Kevin can't be here. And I want to say hi. And I want to tell him not to give up, because Chris and I love him and we need him. And we know that he can beat this. So just keep fighting.
Now, you were living in New Jersey and you moved out here. Was this one of the reasons?
No, I came out here a year ago just to watch them play ball their last 2 years, their junior and senior year. And as it turned out, I'm really glad that I was here because of his illness. But I came out just to watch them play.
Well, you can't beat the weather, and we're really happy that things are going well for Kevin.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cheryl. Kevin, by the way, wanted to be here today, but he's been having a little trouble with a cold and some flu, and so they just wanted him to rest and watch at home. And Kevin, we say hello as well. First down, I should say 1st and 5 after that last penalty, setting it up at the 36. McGill comes in motion. Eldridge. And Eldridge to the 40, very close to another first down.
They are dominating the line of scrimmage. Right now, the defensive line has got to get some penetration, take some people on and whip them. They might start doing some stunning in that defensive line here.
Craig Davis on the stop, but it's a first down. Getting back to that Velasco miss, they depend so much on him. Boy, that has to shake your confidence a little bit.
It has to, when you know the guy's never missed for you, and all of a sudden he misses, and then you start saying, "Oh, is this our bad day or what?"
So far, it's been a bad day for UCLA. They trail 21-0. First down at the 41. Beal will pitch it back. Eldridge with the ball.
Eldridge made the wrong decision there. Good defense.
Carlton Gray was up there, number 3. He's a true freshman out of Cincinnati.
Last year, Gary, I had the opportunity to broadcast this ball game, and Arizona didn't make an inch running the option in the play. And now mixing in this other offense, now here they come with the option again. It looks like he's going to have a chance to hit that crease, but instead of taking up in the crease, he decided to come outside, and he ran right into his own blocker, number 9, Kip Lewis.
Saw Patton closing in on him. Gain of 5. Eldridge now 168 yards. That's a career high. It breaks his old standard of 166 yards last year against Eastern Michigan. Sapp with the ball.
He is real quick.
Yes, he is. Not big, but quick. Gets to the midfield stripe.
And on quickness alone, not design, not coaching, he moved that ball into a 3rd and short situation. Chances of making the first down much better. He should have been tackled 5-6 yards back there. They weren't quick enough.
You mean you can't coach athletic ability?
Not really. And Terry has been concerned all year. Coach Donahue's been concerned that their defense isn't quick enough.
Sapp again is very, very small. He's 5'8", 164, but is he quick? 3rd down in the yard. Arizona with a 21-0 lead. Sapp again.
Good
this
job
time
by Lodish.
Yep, Mike Lodish, number 94. Brother Rice High School in Birmingham, Michigan.
You know what he told me last night? He says, "Coach Glenn Parker, the offensive tackle for Arizona, is a friend of mine. But he says, tomorrow I'm going to get after him."
He will. So it's 4th down, and Nice will come in and punt the football. Farr will go back for the Bruins. 2.5 minutes left in this first half.
You got it.
You got to be alert when you're returning punts against this team.
Hits it very high. Barr calling for the fair catch at the 11-yard line. UCLA has it there. 40-yard punt. This has got to surprise some people, the score thus far, if you're looking around the country. 21-0 Arizona.
You are a new dawn rising out past the far horizon. You are a bright light burning. You're all that you're learning. Getting ready for tomorrow in the Navy of today. You are the hope. You are the promise. You are tomorrow. You are the Navy. You are the hope. You are the promise. You are tomorrow. You are the Navy.
To you who will shape our future, you, the promise of America, we invite you to learn the technology of tomorrow while you serve your country in the Navy of today.
You are the hope. You are the promise. You are tomorrow. You are the Navy.
Arizona leading, and UCLA has made a change at quarterback. There he is, number 7, Jim Bonds, a sophomore. He, along with Brett Johnson, were neck and neck in spring training for the starting job. They have a lot of confidence as he comes in at this stage in Jim Bonds.
He has a much stronger rifle-type arm. Not the scrambler type, but a good, strong arm.
Brett Johnson leads with 5 of 12 for 45 yards on his first snap. He throws it, and that almost was 6. Darrell Lewis just missed a touchdown.
Wow, Darrell Lewis intercepted the ball last year against UCLA. He must have been in a rolled-up coverage. Here's the ISO on the receiver right there, Reggie Moore. He's going to catch the ball. No, he's not going to catch the ball. He went for the ball to his highest point, did everything right but catch it.
That ball was thrown so hard that Lewis just couldn't quite hang on.
Good point, Gary. He does throw a heavy, hard ball.
Boy, he has an arm. It's interesting first call for a guy to make a throw like that.
They have confidence in him.
2nd and 10. Trying to play catch-up, and this one is picked up by Singleton. So Bonds, a near miss, and then the interception. And nothing is going right for Terry Donahue's team.
There was a crossing pattern, straight drop back. You can see in the middle of the screen, he's sitting back there in the pocket. You'll see the receiver moving off your screen to your right. Defender right there did a real nice job. Singleton just covering a man-to-man once he got over in his zone. Oh, my gosh, what a turnover.
Boy,
his mother's got to be proud of him right now.
As well as Kevin, who's watching it from a hospital bed. And, boy, that's exciting for that family.
Oh, Tony's in the full wishbone.
Yep. 1st and goal now from the 8-yard line. Beal keeps the football, cuts it up, touchdown, Arizona. Woo. So Ron Veal doing a great job of faking it up the middle, and he takes it in from 7 yards out.
Super play.
27-0. Half, who's been very busy, adds a point after. 28-0 with 1:53 left in this first half. Singleton set it up with the interception, and the Wildcats are on a roll.
Sharp. When I say sharp, I mean
business.
I mean
Technology on the cutting edge.
sharp.
Color technology, color scanners, printers, and copiers for high-impact presentation.
Sharp.
Laser fax technology, laser quick, laser clear.
I mean
microtechnology, the wizard, the electronic organizer. Information at your command.
I mean
technology on the cutting edge.
When I say sharp, I mean business.
The weather around here can get messy, so people protect their homes with Georgia Pacific building products. Our hardboard siding puts the toughest possible protection between a house and a downpour. And GP Summit Roofing can handle 30 years of weather guaranteed, from siding and roofing to molding and doors. Every GP product has superior performance built in. So when you're shopping for building materials, ask for GP. That's all you need to know.
ABC's College Football. Brought to you by Honda, who invites you to test drive the new Accord. You have to drive it to believe it. And by Anheuser-Busch. We brew our fine quality beers to be enjoyed responsibly. Remember, know when to say when.
Arizona was Singleton picking off the pass. Veal scoring from 7 yards out, and don't adjust your set. It is 28-0. 28-0, and we still have 1:53 left in the first half. Nice will kick off for the Wildcats, and this one will be a returnable. It's going to be Brian Brown. Falls down at the 17.
Here's what's set up the last scoring play, the interception by Singleton. Good drop back pass. Not a lot of pressure on him. A lot of time, almost too much time. Flows across there. Nice job by Singleton right here. His first interception in his career. He's made over 245 tackles. That's the first time he's intercepted one. Here's what it leads to. The option, fake the fullback inside, come off, fake the pitch out there. See him flip that there. Everybody took the bait. Hey, he looks cool today, doesn't he?
Boy, does he ever. Now, what do you do if you're UCLA? Bonds has already suffered an interception. We just keep throwing, I guess. Try to get back in this one.
Don't have much choice.
From the 16-yard line, first down. Bonds, this time on a delayed handoff. It's Kevin Williams, their fastest running back, and he's out to the 30. First down, but a penalty flag.
This Kevin Williams is something special.
Yes, he is, out of Spring, Texas. Senior year in high school, he's considered to be the best high school running back in the country. Holding will bring it back.
You know, UCLA is sort of getting it handed to them right here in this first half, but they, at any time, have they shown a real spark, you know, maybe not quite mentally ready to get after it today? Huh?
Well, I don't know.
Think the heat's a factor?
I don't know. It's going to get hotter and hotter if you trail by this. Coming up at halftime, the Prudential College scoreboard.
Penalty enforced from the spot of the foul. Repeat first down.
We'll be joining Roger Twyble with scores, highlights, a preview of tonight's Game 1 of the '89 World Series, an update on the Trans-Antarctic Expedition. I'll tell you right now, it's a little colder there than it is here. Hot today, and it's getting hotter if you're a Bruin player or fan. Arizona with a 28-0 lead.
See, the thing is now Arizona's playing a nickel defense with 5 defensive backs. A little tougher to throw for Bonds against that type of coverage. Draw again.
And this time it's Williams, stopped at the 15-yard line. They're still about 11 yards short of the first down. Darren Case is over there. He's out of Tempe, McClintock High School. Also Ty Parton. Parton, they moved to the defense after playing offense in the Oregon game. Timeout now, Arizona. They have one left. So Jim Bonds will come to the near side.
Out of Valencia High School, Hart High School in Valencia.
Well, they told us he could start on a lot of football teams, and they felt they were in very good hands when they would put him in a game. Well, they didn't want to put him in under these circumstances. That wasn't what they had in mind. Well, the Fall Classic. Boy, it's always something special when the World Series comes around, and Game 1 tonight, right here on ABC. The Giants going against the Oakland A's. Coverage begins at 8 o'clock Eastern. And speaking of World Series, who is this guy?
That's Coach Dick Tomey from the University of Arizona. He plays in a semi-pro baseball league here in Tucson in the summer. He pitches and catches, believe it or not. One time, he caught a doubleheader catching the second game. His son was the pitcher in the game.
Son Rich, yes.
He never quits, this guy.
You know what's funny about that picture? He faked it. He's not a lefty.
I know, he's right-handed.
He's right-handed. So that makes that a big collector's item. I tell you, he is a competitor.
The other guy on the other sideline scrimmage is competitive.
Yes, he is. Nothing wrong with their hearts. 2nd down and 11 now. Bonds will give off to Kevin Williams again. Look at this guy. Out to the 30. Oh, is he smooth? Brings the ball out to the 35. Richard Holt caught up with him.
He's not only smooth, Gary, he has 10-400-meter time. Now, that is flying. I mean, that's just flying. Won the Pac-10 was 100-meter dash this last year. His ice slant play, handed off deep. He bounces to the outside. Now, look at that speed. He gets up there. He's right up in the secondary right now.
Wow. 20-yard gain to the 35. First down for the Bruins. 55 seconds left in the first half. Play action fake. Boy, look at this throw. Up the field.
Intercepted.
Picked off. Hammerschmidt. Jip Hammerschmidt. The ball was thrown so hard, no one could hang on, and Hammerschmidt took the deflection.
You'll see it's a play-action pass deep in the I formation. He's faking the pass to freeze the linebackers, to work people in behind the linebackers. He gets them behind, but he throws the ball high. It's over the top. It's batted then on into the deep safety right there. Hammerschmidt making the secondary. That's the second interception of his career. He's taking another look at it. You'll see that the action does freeze the linebackers. See, easy to get in behind him now. They're looking. Here comes the throw. It's pushed up in the air. Deflected, interception, Hammerschmidt.
Paul Richardson was the intended target, and Hammerschmidt, who at one time was a quarterback for Arizona, with the interception. Bonds is 0 for 3 and 2 interceptions. Here is Veal. And he just got rid of that one. Hammerschmidt, they call him the Hammer. He'll really unload on you. When he was an emergency quarterback for Arizona, he went 71 yards on a keeper against California.
He has that look about him when you interviewed him yesterday.
He looks like a defensive player. He's got that defensive look.
He got the Bronco Nagurski Award one year for playing both ways. Played offense and defense.
They give a helmet without a face mask. That's the trophy when they give that. 2nd and 10. Veal with a lot of time, and Kip Lewis is down there. That'll bring up 3rd and 10. That was Mac Darby on the far side defending on the play. Darby didn't know if he would play today. He's had a pinched nerve in his neck. Missed last week's game.
Boy, and is he a good football player. Last year in this ball game against Arizona in the Wishbone, he was a dominating player in the game.
Had 10 tackles. 3rd and 10. 33 seconds. Well, if you're Terry Donahue, Dick, what are you going to do at halftime?
Start chewing. Not bubble gum, I'll tell you that.
Wow.
Chewing on rear ends, you're doing.
I guess.
The tempo hasn't been what you need.
Veal again to throw. He's getting all kinds of time and connects. That's Kyle Jan rolling up with a catch. A yard short of the first down.
He'll go for it.
Clock running, 20 seconds. They have one timeout left, Arizona does. And now they're going to use it. So Arizona now has used all 3 of their timeouts. 14 seconds left, and everything that Dick Tomey has been calling has been working today. Field temperature right now 103 degrees. Well, next Saturday, Michigan against Iowa. We did that game last year, Dick, and they ended in a 17 tie. And then
UCLA, Oregon State. We'll be up there.
And UCLA, Oregon State. I will not be joining you there. I'm going over to Rome.
They give me a break, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to get away from you for a week. I put up with you so many weeks of the year. Going over to Rome to do the McDonald's Basketball Open. The Denver Nuggets, Alex English. And we'll be bringing that game your way.
They play basketball in Rome? Oh, what do they do? Big meatballs?
I tell you what, Danny Ferry decided they did.
Yeah, for a lot of meatballs.
Maybe lasagna anyway.
Yeah, 1 million meatballs, wasn't it?
Well, Nice is going to punt on 4th down. This has been a long first half for UCLA, and now Mike Farr will go back. Now UCLA wants a timeout. Maybe they don't think they're going to punt.
Dick always creates an air of concern in your decision making, believe me. Coach He's casual, huh? These kids in Arizona, look at that pink glasses.
Ruben Morales, they're a few light years or miles away from the beach, but
he doesn't even have shoulder pads on. Look at him. He's big as a house.
I'd like to pause now 5 seconds to allow our ABC stations to identify themselves.
KGO TV, Channel 7, serving the Bay Area.
So it looks as though Nice will punt. But with Dick Tomey, you never know. 14 seconds left.
You notice UCLA is in a regular defense. They're not in a punt return defense. They call this safe return.
And Nice gets it away, hit a beautiful punt. Woo! That one is going to land in Phoenix, all the way into the end zone seats.
Why don't punters get punts like that when they kick out of their own end zone, rather than kicking it all the way over into somebody else's end zone?
Well, he just misclubbed on that one.
Misclubbed.
At the 20. That will go as a 51-yard punt. So with 5 seconds left, UCLA will come in and end what has been a torrid, terribly disappointing first half for this guy.
I don't know if Terry's ever been confronted with this kind of thing.
28-0. Last time they lost here was 27-24 in a game down to the very end where John Lee missed a field goal.
Yeah.
That was the last time Arizona had beaten UCLA. So Bonds will give off to Williams, and Williams is getting some yardage on this one. He's something to think about in the second half. So he brings it out to the 43, and that will bring it to a close. 28-0 in favor of Arizona. We'll return with more college football action between UCLA and the University of Arizona after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
At BASF, we believe to see in new ways, you need to see with more than one pair of eyes. Synchronize your energies with the people down the hall and around the world. Because the more ideas you can build on, the higher we can all reach. From agribusiness to healthcare, we're creating new worlds by seeing in new ways. BASF, the spirit of innovation.
Fiber that's pound for pound, 5 times stronger than steel, and is used in this bullet-resistant vest. Makes up the unique belt of Road Handler Treadlock radials. Great low prices, Road Handler tough. That's your money's worth and a whole lot more.
Even when the noise stops, this headache just keeps going. I used to take aspirin or Tylenol, but today I take Advil. Advil stops my headaches, and it's gentler to my stomach than aspirin. Advil, advanced medicine for pain.
Monday on Bangkok's black market. Everything has its price.
You come looking for more trouble?
No, not really.
You're gonna die, pal.
MacGyver. Candlestick.
The Toyota Camry. Family Circle magazine named it Family Car of the Year.
I love what you do for me, Toyota.
There are 250,000 Americans with multiple sclerosis. People like Richard Radke and my friend, the actress Madeline Rue. Please join me in the fight to short-circuit MS. Call 1-800-624-8236.
Bay Area sports history. All the action tonight after the game.
KGO TV, Channel 7, serving the Bay Area.
Is being brought to you by the companies of the Prudential. Come to the Prudential and build your future on the rock. Now here's your host, Roger Twibell.
Hi,
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to our studios in New York. Top-ranked Notre Dame playing tonight at the Air Force Academy. Interesting note on this game, Air Force with the most rushing touchdowns, 31, of course, led by D. Dallas. Notre Dame has not allowed a rushing touchdown this year. At the Orange Bowl in Miami, Gino Toretto leading the Hurricanes against San Jose State. Toretto, of course, the redshirt freshman from Pinole, California, just north of San Jose. One touchdown pass here to Lamar Thomas, that in the first quarter. In the Big 8, Colorado and Iowa State in Ames, the Buffs win at 52-17, but Eric Bieniemy, their outstanding running back, a fractured right tibia, he is lost indefinitely. Nebraska just keeps on rolling along, 43-7 now. They lead Missouri in the third quarter. Michigan and Michigan State. Michigan leads that game 10-0 at halftime. These two teams the last 3 years have gone to the Rose Bowl. Sixth-ranked Tennessee is idle this week. They play Alabama at Birmingham next Saturday. An off week halfway through the season should be welcome, but for the Volunteers, it didn't turn out that way. They'll be without their leading rusher, Reggie Cobb, who was kicked off the team by head coach Johnny Majors. Cobb, a junior, was also suspended last February from the team and reinstated in July. Both violations were reportedly drug-related. Majors had this comment.
This is a team game, and everybody has to go by the same rules and regulations, and he knew what those were.
Texas A&M has won 17 consecutive Southwest Conference games at home. They're holding high-scoring Houston to just a touchdown, 14-7 in the third quarter. Pitt has beat Navy 31-14, the last game in the series between those two teams. Alabama has struggled today against Southwest Louisiana, though they lead it now in the fourth quarter, 24-10. LSU and Auburn, the Tigers have won 6 of the last 7. Auburn has just scored to go ahead in the fourth quarter, 10-6. The upset of the day occurred at Death Valley. Georgia Tech beats Clemson 30-14. Clemson had not lost a homecoming game since 1970. In Dallas, this used to be the game of the year. Now it's just another one, but Texas, who hasn't won since '83, leads at 21-7 at halftime. In the Big Ten, Illinois and Purdue, a baseball score here. Illinois leads at 7-2 in the fourth quarter. Florida State over Virginia Tech. That upset by Tech last week over West Virginia, short-lived, 41-7 the final. Peter Tom Willis with a big day indeed. 3 touchdown passes, 338 yards, and one of the TD passes to Amp Lee. This one will go 67 yards. Florida State now 4-2 on the season. And also in college football, Ohio State and Indiana, 35-31 the final here. Interesting way this game ended, folks. Fourth quarter, score 35-29 Ohio State. Less than 2 minutes to go. Greg Fry of the Buckeyes races to the end zone for a safety, making it 35-31. Now, following the kickoff, a free kick, Indiana, for some unexplained reason, doesn't cover the football. Ohio State's Vinnie Clark will fall on it, and Ohio State gets a big win for John Cooper right there. Also in the Big Ten, Minnesota has escaped. Even though Anthony Thompson didn't play, they beat Northwestern 20-18. Iowa and Wisconsin, look at this one. Badger fans, 24 apiece, that one in the fourth quarter. Penn State and Syracuse. This game, Penn State leading by a point. The Nittany Lions have not allowed any points in the second half this year. Florida and Vanderbilt. Final score here, 34-11, as interim coach Gary Darnell gets his first victory. Now, Darnell replaced head coach Galen Hall, who resigned on Sunday. Hall resigned because of alleged improper payments to 2 former officials there. This is the second big penalty, or could be, in 10 years, and I asked Bill Arnsparger, the AD, about the death penalty at Florida.
I really don't know, and I would not want to speculate on that. Our feeling, and Dr. Bryan expressed at the press conference Sunday, that the university, the institution, will do what we have to do, and the NCAA will do what they have to do. And I would not want to speculate on any of the things that you're talking about, because I just do not have the information available to me to do that.
John Darnell, a 13-yard touchdown pass to Reed Hines in the final minute, and Ole Miss beats Georgia as they break a 12-game losing streak to the Bulldogs. That game at Oxford, 17-13 the final. We're going to preview the World Series. Talk to Al Michaels, the Bay Bridge Series. Ricky Henderson of the A's, Will Clark of the Giants. But first, some more scores.
Go above and beyond, just like you, above and beyond what we have to do.
I'm a Prudential representative, and I help people review their life insurance needs because I know how much the right life insurance means to me and my family.
You take pride in your life, so do we. Going above and beyond is our policy. The Rock, the Prudential, above and just like you, above and beyond what we have to do, caring for what's special to you.
I'm a Prudential representative, and what's really important to me when I go into someone's home is to help them save money on their homeowner's insurance, because I know I'm a homeowner too.
Taking care to protect what's important to you. The Rock, the Prudential, above and beyond.
The Pacific 10 Conference, comprised of the universities of Southern California, Oregon, California, Washington State, Arizona, Oregon State, UCLA, Arizona State, Washington, and Stanford. Unparalleled in athletic achievement and winner of more NCAA championships than any other conference, the Pacific 10 stretches from Arizona in the southwest north to California, Oregon, and Washington. Unsurpassed in academic excellence, Pac-10 schools have been providing the best in quality education for more than a century, offering degrees in agriculture, music, art, drama, and dance, as well as the sciences, including medicine, computer science, engineering, business, and law. The Pacific 10 Conference, leading America into the 21st century.
Hi, everybody. Roger Twibell back in our ABC studios in New York, the Prudential Halftime Report, and want to remind you that coming up tonight at 8 Eastern Time here on ABC, Game 1 of the 1989 World Series, the San Francisco Giants and the Oakland Athletics. And the man calling the play-by-play in the World Series this year, Al Michaels, standing by in Oakland. Al, how's the weather out there in the Bay Area?
Not too bad right now. It's kind of cloudy, but they expect it to burn off. The temperature at game time should be in the low 60s. It'll be very pleasant. No threat of rain, not that there normally is, but the irony is in 1972, in the first World Series game ever scheduled in Oakland, the Reds against the A's, Game 3, it was rained out. But no problems of that nature tonight. In fact, no problems as far as either team is concerned. They've had an inordinately long period of time between the end of the playoffs, the beginning of the World Series. Thus, Carney Lansford is expected to be completely healthy. His hamstring is healed. He'll be in the starting lineup. Will Clark had a banged-up knee. He really didn't need the extra recuperative time. Just ask the Cubs after he had 650 in the playoffs. But he is 100% as we get set tonight. And both managers have been able to set their rotations exactly as they wish. So tonight, going to the mound for the San Francisco Giants will be Scott Garrelts, who led the National League in earned run average, 2.28, against the ace of the Oakland staff, Dave Stewart, with a record of 21-9. First two games in this series to be played in Oakland. Game 1 coming your way tonight here on ABC. The Giants and the A's at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Back to you, Roger.
Thank you very much, Al. And we move from the Bay Area to another part of the world where weather is a very big factor indeed. At the bottom of the Earth on the Antarctic continent, 6 men and 3 teams of sled dogs are attempting to make the first ever non-mechanized crossing on Antarctica. Here with a report on how they're doing is Sam Posey.
Antarctica is a world of ice, the coldest place on Earth. But even this forbidding continent has seasons of a sort, and right now in the southern hemisphere, the longer days of summer are on their way. Better weather is critical to the hopes of the expedition, which came to a virtual standstill in September due to high winds and heavy snows. Will Steger, the American who is the expedition's leader, is faced now with trying to make up for lost time. To travel lighter, he has abandoned some of his original equipment and airlifted out 15 of the 36 dogs. There is less to haul now, but there is also a smaller food reserve in case of emergency. The 4,000-mile journey began in July. The route will take them to the South Pole, then to the Soviet base at Mirny. But they have traveled less than 1,000 miles in 3 months and are well behind schedule. Hidden beneath bridges of drifted snow are deep crevasses which have made the going dangerous and which have forced the team into time-consuming detours. But it It has been the 100-mile-an-hour wind squalls and heavy snows which have forced the biggest delays and weakened the dogs who have had to struggle through the deep drifts. In the zero visibility conditions, team members have been separated from one another and vital food caches have been lost. 6 men from 6 different countries trying to be the first to make a non-mechanized crossing of Antarctica. But will they make it? On December 17th, we will bring you the 3rd in our series of programs covering this historic attempt. Be with us then.
Ladies and gentlemen, I wish my old partner was here tonight, because this used to be our song. I have everything.
All my dreams come true.
Eddie.
In my arms, stocks and bonds, and a hope for two.
In the movies, happy endings are easy, but in the real world, they take solid planning. So for investment advice, peace of mind, even buying or selling a home, come to the companies of the Prudential and build your future on the rock.
A university is only great if great students choose to study there. At the University of Arizona, we're creating a partnership with the future, an endowment to aid our students. Through the generosity of friends and alumni around the country, the scholarships will ensure that, regardless of their economic status, the best students get the education they need and our nation requires. Thanks to your gifts, those scholarships will be there. The University of Arizona and you, a partnership with the future.
I can't believe it either, Marge, but it looks to me like they're gone.
You know, that sign wasn't up there for more than a couple, 3 days. And bingo. According to next door, they got top dollar, too.
Really?
I've never seen a house move so fast. I've never seen a real estate outfit move so fast.
When it's time to sell your house, don't sell yourself short. Put the Rock of Real Estate Networks to work for you. The Prudential. You know us. We know real estate. For a market evaluation of your house, call the Prudential Real Estate office nearest you.
Hello again, I'm Frank Gifford. This Monday night we'll be in Buffalo as the Los Angeles Rams take on the Bills. The Rams are the only undefeated team remaining in the National Football League. They're led by an explosive passing combination, quarterback Jim Everett and wide receiver Henry Eller. Monday Night Football, the Bills and the Rams. Be with us from Buffalo.
Hi, everybody. Roger Twybo back. Let's get you caught up on some other scores. And Texas A&M make it Miami and San Jose State now. And that game is 17-8. San Jose State has just scored. Toretto with the touchdown pass in that contest. Houston and Texas A&M. Andre Ware has been intercepted 3 times and sacked 4 times. Meanwhile, Texas and Oklahoma. The Sooners have scored. It's 21-14 that game in the 3rd quarter. And Oregon and Washington. They're all tied up at 14 in the 2nd quarter. I'll be back throughout the afternoon with more scores and highlights. But let's send you back to the 2nd half of the game.
From New York, the Prudential Halftime Report has been brought to you by the companies of the Prudential. Come to the Prudential and build your future on the rock.
Shocking score at halftime. Arizona leading UCLA 28-0. This, of course, is a game that's in the run for the roses. Everyone in the Pac-10 Conference wanting to, of course, end up New Year's Day in Pasadena to play the granddaddy of all of them, the Rose Bowl.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the commander of Friendship 7, the man who brought harmony between America and space and made the world much smaller, the first American to orbit the Earth, the distinguished U.S. Senator from Ohio, John Herschel Glenn, and his wife, Annie Glenn.
John Glenn, the Grand Marshal of the 101st Rose Parade, themed a World of Harmony and the 76th Rose Bowl game. The Rose Parade and Rose Bowl game on January 1st here on ABC Sports. Well, Arizona's playing like they want to be there New Year's Day with a 28-0 lead at halftime. And Dick Vermeil,
Was it the new offense by Arizona that made the difference early in this game?
Well, I think it's been effective, but I really think more it's UCLA has just been mentally ready to play. I don't see any emotion. I don't see players flying around down there. And maybe they've only played like that once this year, and that was against Michigan.
This game started with Arizona taking the opening drive and going 80 yards, and Eldridge is having an unbelievable first half, 168 yards, is able to score the first touchdown of the game from 19 yards out.
He set the tempo with this run, and again, it was a new run, pulling guard, fullback kicking out, just a big hole, goes right up inside, and not very often do you get to just walk into the end zone.
Came back with a 54-yard touchdown, but the futility of UCLA, they had only 65 yards rushing in the first half.
Similar type run, but no place to go. Here's the defense. Everyone doing a good job. Arnold Mobley, number 48's right in there.
65 yards for UCLA, Arizona with 261, and here's 7 of them on the keeper by Veal.
Now they go back to the wishbone, the true wishbone. He gives them a little flip hand there with it, and again, he goes in standing up. It's too easy. Lack of emotion.
28-0. I mentioned the rushing stats, how effective it's been for Arizona. The passing, just absolutely nothing in this football game, Arizona or UCLA. But look at the rushing.
261 yards. That's going to be close to an Arizona record.
Brett Johnson was 5 of 12 for 45 yards. Bonds, who came in relief of him, was 0 of 3 with 2 interceptions. So Terry Donahue and UCLA has a major project ahead of them. We'll come back with the second half in just a moment.
I never understood some of these computer companies. You call in their service people and they give you an attitude. If I had even a couple of pieces of somebody else's equipment anywhere in my organization, they acted like I made a terrible mistake. The problem always seemed to be in the other guy's equipment. But that's all history now. I just signed a new agreement with IBM. They've taken full responsibility for servicing all my computer equipment, no matter whose name is on it.
I've made up my mind. I'm gonna do it. Why shouldn't I? I'm the one who has to look at myself in the mirror every morning. So before I lose another hair, I'm going to the doctor. I know doctors have treatment programs that are proven to work. More guys are trying them every day. I'm not bad now, but I wouldn't mind looking better.
Your doctor can really do something about hair loss. So see your doctor, or call this toll-free number.
What are you doing? Hey, Dave, where'd you get that chin? What's wrong with my chin? Where'd you get that nose? It's Dad's. How do you shave under that thing?
Now there's a razor as unique as the Thomas face. The new Slim Twin razor system. Slim Twin has the slimmest cartridge to shave hard-to-reach places, and a choice of pivot or fixed head shaving.
Dave, I'd give Dad back his nose. What's wrong with my nose?
New Slim Twin reaches every place on every face. From Schick.
I've got 2 words for you. Sourdough.
Sourdough makes it taste like no other burger.
Sourdough.
The new grilled sourdough burger at Jack in the Box.
Sourdough.
A juicy burger, bacon, cheese on sourdough at Jack in the Box. For exciting new taste, this is the place.
Just 2 words. Sourdough. There's that one.
ABC's College Football. Brought to you by Geo. Get to know Geo. Sold and serviced by Chevrolet Geo dealers.
Brand new press box here at Arizona Stadium and a crowd of better than 50,000. It's warm. It's been a record summer, and as far as that goes, fall temperature-wise. And Arizona's made it a lot hotter for UCLA as they have marched to a 28-0 halftime lead. Dick Vermeil, my question is, do you come back with Brett Johnson now, or do you continue with Jim Bonds?
Well, I think
Terry Donahue.
Well, Brett Johnson's been the quarterback, you know, and given the position as the starting, I would come back with him. I'd come back and say, hey, we didn't do anything in the first half, offensively or defensively. Let's go out and start a whole new ball game and do it with the people that you thought were the best players before they got here.
Nice will kick off for the Wildcats. Brown goes back along with Kevin Williams. If there was one bright spot for UCLA, it was Kevin Williams running the ball late in the first half.
Yeah, and it was almost against a prevent-type defense, but there's no question he has some talent.
Nice kicks off, and Brian Brown is going into the end zone and drops it. He'll down it there, and at the 20-yard line. UCLA will set it up. So let's see who's coming in at quarterback. Dick, something you wanted to point out to the fans is this graphic.
Well, you know, you tend to think on a hot day the players are out there playing 15-minute quarters, 30-minute and a half, but actual playing time from the snap to the whistle, UCLA has played 2 minutes and 59 seconds, Arizona 3 minutes and 47 seconds. You're not, you know, you're throwing a series of 5-second wars. That's what it amounts to.
And I mean wars. You ought to emphasize the word wars.
It's Brett Johnson back.
Yep, it is Brett Johnson, the quarterback from the 20-yard line, and he's got a play-action rollout. In trouble, being chased by Anthony Smith, and ad-libs his way for a very fine 6-yard gain.
A great defense by Arizona. They wanted to throw back to Charles Arbuckle, the tight end, on a crossing pattern. They couldn't do it. He wanted to throw back. He couldn't do it. The guy was covered like a blanket. You'll see Arbuckle at the top right. He'll be coming across. Here he is on the rollout. Defense have everybody covered. No one to throw to. Therefore, here comes the rush. And the rush is a good, quick rush.
Shows you, though, the ability of Johnson. He really can move around. Gain of 6. Giving off. Oh, hello. That is Kevin Williams, a freshman, and this time, nothing. Anthony Smith.
He is the leader of the defense, Anthony Smith is. Number 94. He's big guy, 6'5", 248. An NFL prospect. Pro scouts in there, Gary, when we were looking at tapes and game tapes, looking at him, evaluating him as a player.
His parents died in an accident at the age of 3, so he has been a guy from Elizabeth City, North Carolina, that's really fought his way uphill. 3rd down now, and still 4 yards to go. A lot of time, and still can't find anybody. The coverage is that good. Johnson trying to hit Charles Arbuckle, and Chris Singleton was absolutely on top of it.
It's almost as if Arizona's defense is in UCLA's offensive huddle. They're covering those patterns like a blanket. It was a flooded pattern, getting 3 people over to the short side of the field, and there was just no place for the kid to throw the ball.
Maggio will go back and punt to Darrell Lewis. Well, if you're a UCLA fan and you're looking for some bright spot, Arizona led UCLA back in '86 when they played in the Rose Bowl, 18-0. Only see the Bruins come back. But this is 28-0. Big rush. They almost got it.
Oh, they're going to get out.
No penalty. Off it comes to Lewis, and he's to the 41. They had 3 blue shirts on top of Maggio. Maggio pleading for the call. He's not going to get it. 38-yard punt, 5-yard return. The Wildcats 28-0, and they have the football.
In the 80s, Honda became known for its reliable, feature-filled cars.
You ready, Dad?
I love this car. But today, the 90s begin with the new Geo Prism. The quality sedan with 16-valve performance, Prism is designed for years of carefree driving, with more of the features and little extras that make life easier. So you know you'll be friends for a long time. Get to know the new Geo Prism at your Chevrolet Geo dealers.
Getting to know you.
No television delivers the big picture quite like RCA. With features so advanced, you can watch TV in ways you never thought possible. With viewing and listening experiences that are quite overwhelming.
Got it!
After all, if we didn't push technology to new heights, we'd never be able to face the world's toughest critics day after day. RCA, #1 with the toughest critics in the world.
I'm Frank Gifford. Join us Monday when the Los Angeles Rams head into Buffalo to take on the Bills as we continue the 20th anniversary season of ABC's Monday Night Football.
Terry Donahue, 45, but aging fast. Dick Tomey, 51 on the right of the screen.
Getting younger.
Yes, he is. Donahue in his 14th year, but this is maybe one of the longer afternoons he's experienced at UCLA. Give to Mario Hampton, the fullback, and Hampton about 4 yards to the 45-yard line. That is Racine Keaton, the linebacker, credited with the tackle.
I like how he plays football. Watching the tapes against Arizona State, he's a real solid, good football player. He was injured in 1986. He had the red shirt. Boy, he's come back healthy.
They lost 3 outstanding linebackers from last year's team that went 10-2. 2nd down, a long 5. On the option Veal. Going to keep it very close to the 1st down. Mike Lodish is over there, along with Keaton again.
I think somewhere here the defensive coaches have got to say, hey, let's not play our basic scheme 80% of the time. Let's play the basic scheme 50% of the time and start coming some dogs and blitzes and get after these people. Create the minus yardage play.
Well, they're going to measure, see if they got the first down. This gives us an opportunity to get a perspective on this game. We talked to Dick Tomey and asked him to kind of put a label on this game for us.
Well, I think, you know, the bullies of the Pac-10 have been SC and UCLA for time immemorial, you know, and I think Arizona's the record says we're the third team in the Pac-10 in the last 5 years. We were third in the league last year, tied with Washington State. We beat Washington State. We have an opportunity again this year to be up in the conference standings if we can win some of these key ball games. And so if we're going to go to the next level, we have to beat the Los Angeles schools. And this is our first opportunity, and so we'd love to do it.
And they've made a very bold step to go to the next level. It was a first down on the measurement, and the handoff to McGill gets another 5, and Marcus Patton made the stop.
I think the other thing, too, coming into this football game, the University of Arizona was really excited about playing UCLA. I don't sense in watching UCLA play that they're really excited about playing Arizona, especially right now, 20 down, you know, 28.
Well, you know, Dick, I tell you, Jerry had talked about he wasn't sure what kind of football team he's had. He was kind of wavering a little bit before that Michigan game.
He's concerned about the personality of the squad, you know.
Second down now, 5 yards to go. Hampton, the fullback. And he's still on his feet. And finally, they blow the whistle. Argo was over there to make the stop. Hampton, strange play.
Hampton's a big kid, 220 pounds.
There's Argo. He had a 48-yard interception last week against Arizona State for a touchdown.
3.5 grade point average in high school. Really, it's nice to coach those kids with a weight. They
well, you were what, 3.9, something like that?
On a 7-point scale. My most important class to me was Techniques of Teaching Football by Bob Bronson at San Jose State.
Well, you made a nice living. Third down now, less than a yard. Going to the Bones. And the Bones going to get him the first down as Hampton straight ahead. Brian Kelly made the stop along with Brad Bryson. Well, not only is Arizona winning this football game, Dick, but they are building something. Now, you got to think about this new offense. They went to Colorado. Bill McCartney spent some time with him.
That was just this past week, or the week before last, when in their bye week, just to study how Colorado had broken the bone offense and used the eye and utilized it and everything else, and it's definitely made a contribution here. The other thing is, some of the guys I've seen walking around here redshirt. I saw a 330-pound tackle big enough to eat hay.
How'd you like to have his grocery bill?
Oh, my God.
First down now from the 39 of UCLA. 10:47 left in the third quarter. Beal pulls it down. He's taken off. And a flag on the play as he is tackled at the 33. Marcus Patton over there. Beal likes to run, and hey, when you're leading 28-0, you don't need to take any chances.
There's a hanky on the field down there.
Hanky at the 41. Holding against Arizona. Again, Arizona had only 18 total penalties coming into this game for the whole year.
Here he is. It's a straight drop back pass. He's sitting out there. He fades a little bit to the right. He has time. He has time. Now he's flush. Lodi's flushed him to the outside. Now, see, he really doesn't want to throw the ball. He wants to run the football.
Offense, penalty enforced from the previous spot. Repeat first down.
The young man standing to the right, that's Dick Tomey's son, who's also an outstanding baseball player, pitching here to junior college.
Yeah, Pima College.
Pima College.
Rich is his name, and
boy, has he grown up since the last time I saw him.
I saw him when he's old. Yeah, I know it. Over in Hawaii is the last I had seen his son. First down now, and a long ways to go. Hand off this time to Hampton, and Hampton, boy, he's tough to get down to the 45-yard line. Still about 17 yards short of the first down. Argo was the one that dragged him down.
You can see his strength. He bench presses 400 pounds, runs the 40 in 4.5. High school honor roll student. You know what his hobby is? Cooking.
Well, you're that big, you got to be able to cook, right?
You got to do something, I guess.
Nick, you put this game in perspective. Arizona won back-to-back Oklahoma, Washington, but boy, this has got to go up there as one of the big wins for Dick Tomic.
And they were terribly disappointed in their performance against Oregon. Not taking anything away from Oregon, but they felt they were the better team.
Stridnig is in there at a fullback spot. Back to throw is Veal, pulls it down, takes off. And now throwing down the far side, just got rid of it. Ogun Fididimi was the intended receiver.
Nice job, Ogun Fididimi.
You mean on the name or the play?
On the name.
He was a transfer from Michigan, played for Bo Schembechler.
He walked on there.
Yep. Walked on here. He's out of Washington, D.C. His father is somewhere in Nigeria. His mother works in the Washington, D.C. area.
Honor student. Won the Golden Eagle Academic Award here last year in 1988 for the outstanding student on the team.
Third down now. Long ways to go. 3rd and 16.
Gary, you know, he came here without a scholarship and earned one at the end of the '88 season.
Double O is split out along with Lewis. This is the fullback, Stridnig. Stridnig is a walk-on out of Austin, Texas. They tell me that he is absolutely as hard-nosed as any player they've got.
He's been a great special teams player. Look, he looks hard-nosed. What's this beard thing? You know, a lot of these guys have beards.
Well, you got to keep warm down here in Arizona.
It's supposed to make you look mean.
He looks mean. Neese now to punt. 9-13, still 28-0 in favor of the Wildcats. That was the margin at halftime. Farr will go back for UCLA. Snap to the side, but Neese is equal to it.
Kicked it too far.
Yes, he did. That's going to make it into the end zone, and at the 20-yard line, a 39-yard punt. UCLA will have it. Well, the Bruins need to have something going. The only chance they had was a field goal. They missed that. They're down by 28.
Help protect your plans and dreams. Our agents are the key. Together we make America work. We're USF&G. From the mountains ledge to the ocean's edge, we ensure you every day. We protect what America's made of. We cover the USA.
I just did something incredible. 5 minutes ago, I had gray hair, but now I don't. And this is what did it. New Option Instant from Clairol. The advanced way to get rid of the gray. New Option Instant for men is different. There's no messy mixing. It's so easy. Just press, apply, and only 5 minutes later, your natural-looking color's back. Hair even feels thicker. So why look like this?
When you can look like this.
New Option Instant from Clairol. The advanced way to get rid of the gray.
I'm Al Michaels. Join us tonight for Game 1 of the 1989 World Series, the San Francisco Giants and the Oakland Athletics at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific.
Colorful crowd here in the great Southwest. Arizona Stadium, crowd of better than 50,000 in Parents' Day here. And right now, UCLA trying to put the pieces together. They start from the 20-yard line. Johnson pitching back to Kevin Williams. Williams for 5 to the 25. Marcel Wade over there to make the stop. Now, here is a player of the future. They really like this guy. He's out of Oakland, 6'2", 229, very heavily recruited.
High school honor roll student. Got a number of these bright guys. He's a drummer. Likes to play the drums. That's how he gets himself in the mood to hit people.
Second down, 5 from the 25. Scott Miller and Reggie Moore split out. 8:27 left in the third. Williams again, and Williams fighting for that first down. I believe he's got it. Good second effort by Kevin Williams.
So he just cut that back on his own. He didn't like what he saw outside, so he just took it back up inside.
Reggie Johnson will be credited with the stop. First down, UCLA. Williams has carried the ball now 7 times for 64 yards. We mentioned he won the 100 meters in the Pac-10 track championships. Little draw handoff to Williams for 3 more yards.
Coach Donahue said that Williams in just recent weeks has started to show that he's gaining understanding and the confidence that he belongs playing in the Pac-10, playing at UCLA, and being the player that he's going to mature to be. Just started to show it. Took him a while to get used to double days, too. 2 practices a day. Took him a while.
That was Zeno Alexander going off the field who made the stop on that last play. Second down now. 8 yards to go. Moore and Miller again split out. Red Johnson on the play action. Far side. Is it ruled a catch? No, it's not. Reggie Moore is out of bounds. Richard Holt, number 37, defending on the play.
Boy, they slipped that one in on He threw the ball a little bit high anyway, but the defender was there. Here he goes, going to roll it out there. Corner rolls up in front. Safety coming over here. He goes up there. Yeah, that's a catchable ball. You got to catch that football. Oh, he gets a trainer.
Got a man shaken up for Arizona. We'll try to figure that out as soon as possible. And it looks like Anthony Smith. That's who it is. So Smith is down, and we're going to go away for a moment. 7:29 now left in this third quarter. 28-0. Arizona.
In the 80s, Honda was known for the highest mileage. But today, the 90s begin with the new Geo Metro. Metro XFI is the highest mileage car in America. It's also one of the lowest priced cars in America. So it's very easy to get to know Geo Metro. It's just around the corner at your Chevrolet Geo dealers.
Fancy perfuming aftershave. It's got to be a quarterback's locker. Real guys who get mud on their uniforms use rugged, honest stuff. Ice Blue Aqua Velva.
There's something about today's Aqua Velva, man.
So you still think linemen are dumb?
I don't worry about the quality of parts my mechanic uses. Put in whatever's cheapest, son. I'm gonna get rid of it once the ashtrays are full anyway.
Quality service starts with quality parts, and your Big A Pro's got them. So look for the sign of the Big A Pro.
When you were a kid, you wanted your bike to sound like a car. Nowadays, you'd like your car to be as quiet as that old bike. So use a gasoline that can do a better job quieting knocks. One that's 2 octane higher than regular unleaded. Unical's 89 octane.
Hey, Jimmy.
Hi, Murph.
Pitched a great game last night.
Gee, thanks.
Anthony Smith helped off the field just a moment ago, the defensive end. We'll take a look in a moment as to how he got hurt. Ty Parton has come in to replace him, the redshirt freshman out of Scottsdale. Third down. 3rd and 8. Johnson near side. Moore's got it. He stays in bounds. No, he went out of bounds. He's out of bounds at the 41, but it's a first down catch. It was number 4 against number 4. Reggie Miller against Darrell Lewis. 26-yard game.
Threw the ball right where he had to throw the ball. Up high, gave the receiver the chance to go up for the ball. The defender can't see that ball in that situation many times, Gary. You'll see that he sets up nicely. Now he throws it up high into the outside. Now the receiver right down here at the bottom of your screen. Here's Reggie. See the ball way up there. He gets up there outside like that. Good job. Tough on the defender.
Reggie Moore last year had 38 catches. He was a sophomore All-American. 26-yard gain. Here's Kevin Williams. Fumble ball. The ball is loose,
got it.
and Arizona's got it. So for a moment, it looked like UCLA was putting the pieces together, but the turnover looked like Chris Singleton coming up with a fumble recovery. Marcel Wade, the guy that hit the guy, Williams, to separate the ball.
The deep handoff, so he has plenty of time to tuck it away and get on his carry it in his left arm. He gets his pads down there. It gets hit right now. They stripped it out on the way down to the ground. Marcel Wade, number 44, stripped it loose.
Williams, they said, they thought he was ready to play. They were excited about him, and that fumble just going to have to grow a little bit with that, the redshirt freshman. First down now at the 35. Hampton, the fullback. Couple of yards on the play. Brian Kelly there on the stop. So Singleton with an interception, Hammerschmidt with an interception, and now a fumble. 3 turnovers against UCLA.
That computes to be worth 12 points. Turnovers. Fumble is worth 2.5 points, the Bud Goody computer tells me, and interception is worth about 4.5 points. Puts it in proper perspective. You lose when you do that.
8 yards to go. Eldridge hasn't carried for a while, and here he goes. To the 45, first down. Eric Turner made the stop. 18-yard gain.
Really a super job of blocking by the offensive right guard, right to the left of the goalpost, number 63. See, he gets a nice turnout block, opens up the hole there. Toffenmeyer does a nice job up in there. Good blocking at the point of attack.
Eldridge now 186 yards rushing. Boy, he's found a new career in this offense.
If he goes into a chalk talk on Monday and they talk about the wishbone, he's going to walk out.
What a performance. He's carried 18 times. Here he goes again. I like the way he just takes it into. He's aggressive with the ball.
Well, he's a big kid, too, at 212 pounds.
Argo, Turner on the stop. Pickup of 9 yards on the play. 2nd and 1.
You know he's getting the picture of everything going on because he is a photography major, you know.
You planned that one all day long. Attendance today, 51,562. And a happy Arizona crowd. I'm sure a surprised Arizona crowd. 28-0 Arizona. 5.5 left in the third quarter. Leo scrambling around. He's got some running room. 30, 25, 20.
Picks up
gets a big block to the 15.
Oh!
At the 14.
Nice hit.
Eric Turner made the stop. Oh, did he get some help on that run?
Yeah, but he got hit at the end of it. Eric Turner really put the pads to him.
That's a 24-yard scramble by Ron Veal.
A la Randall Cunningham, Philadelphia Eagles. Why throw it when you can run further? He just takes off. Real graceful young man. See, smooth. Gets around there. Look at him. He's picking up. Now watch him pick up the block right there. That's Eldridge down there getting the block.
Oh.
And watch that hit.
He
nice
blocked
hit, Turner.
Patton. That was Patton who was knocked out of there. 24-yard gain. First down for 12.5. Pitch comes back to Eldridge. Running room to the 5. He's to the 3.
Boy, Rip Shear, the offensive coordinator and quarterback coach, Ron McBride, who is 50 years old today, the offensive line coach, Sam Papali, the running back coach, and Mark Lunsford, the receiver coach, all coaching this Arizona offense, have got to be pleased. Pleased? What a birthday present for a 50-year-old offensive line coach from San Jose State.
Wow. First and goal now at the 2-yard line. Eldridge continues to mount numbers. Now 210 yards on the day. He had 107 last year against UCLA. And is this a mishandled?
No, they do that. I watched them on the practice field. Quick count, nobody moved, just the center and the quarterback. So the defensive linemen then don't respond.
That's interesting. Veal to the 1. If it's all legal, there's no flags. No one moved but Veal and Toffenmeyer. Huh. You better be ready for Dick Tomey's team.
I watched him do this in the practice field, and I thought they were offside, just like you did. But watch, fans, nobody will move, just those guys, see? They don't let the other linemen move on this until late, so the defensive people don't move, unless they're looking at the ball.
2nd and goal at the 1. From the wishbone and taking it straight over. Veal keeping, and he is in for the touchdown.
Here it is, just a little sneak. He didn't have far to go. Most fundamental scoring play in the offense.
Boy, they really carried the fake out. Did you see the back go up over the top as well?
I know Barry one time as a junior college player. That's very same play. I was a quarterback. I fumbled the snap. We lost the game. So help me God it. Never forgot it.
Baff's kick was good, but there's a penalty flag. And it's against UCLA. So the point will stand. They'll assess it on the kickoff.
Defense, 12 men on the field. Extra point is good.
Well, Terry's now gone to 12 men trying to get this game turned around.
Heineken.
Amstel Light.
This
so
is
much
it.
better than
It's
other
a
light
great
beers.
imported beer.
A delicious European
nothing compares
taste,
to the
a
smoothness,
refreshing,
the richness,
satisfying,
or the character
distinctive
of a
flavor
Heineken.
that cuts through
Its
your
quality
thirst.
comes through.
There's a uniqueness
every
to it.
Heineken is America's #1 selling imported beer. Amstel Light is America's #1 selling imported light beer. Why? Just ask the people who drink them.
If you ask me,
Amstel
Heineken
Light is the best beer there is. I could go on
can't
and
say
on
enough about it.
It's a light
No
beer
matter how
that
many
quenches
beers
your thirst.
All week long, Mike Ryan is a buttoned-up, by-the-numbers, straight-ahead type of guy. But on the weekend, Mike likes to get into his Quad 4 Chevy Beretta GTZ, find a twisty road, and put it all behind him. Nobody's winning like the heartbeat of America.
That's today's Chevrolet.
Terry Donahue holds a perfect 5-0 record in the Rose Bowl. 1-0 as a player, 1-0 as an assistant coach, and 3-0 as a head coach.
Well, Terry Donahue, not only in the Rose Bowl has been effective, but 7 consecutive bowl victories. That's an NCAA record, but right now he's just trying to survive. Down 35-0, 3:51. There's the last drive. Veal, another touchdown. This one from 1 yard out. So Nice will kick off. The thing to keep in mind, again, is the NCAA record of scoring 210 games without being shut out. That is UCLA. That is in jeopardy.
Look at that kick.
That kick is going through the uprights.
Into the band.
Yep.
Of course, there was a penalty.
Yeah, that's right. The penalty assessed after the point after. Okay, this gives us time to bring you the Honda Scholar Athlete of the Week. It's brought to you by American Honda, who is proud to support amateur athletics. And this week's award goes to Rob Myers, a senior punter from Washington State. This season, Rob's average of 45.4 yards per punt is the second best in the nation. And Honda will present a check for $2,000 to the General Scholarship Fund of Washington State University. He has a GPA of 3.1 from La Canada, California. From the 20 now, the Bruins still looking to get on the scoreboard, and Brett Johnson remains in at quarterback. Throwing near side, and is he out of bounds?
No,
trying to make the catch as far. He tried to keep one foot in, and they say he did.
Oh, maybe he did.
He was kind of straddling that out-of-bounds marker.
He was dragging the foot. From up here, it looked like he drug the foot out before he got the ball. You'll see him right here down the bottom of your screen. He tries to keep his right foot down and in. Here's the ball. Yeah, he's in. He's in. He's got it. Good call, officials.
Had to do the splits to do it, but Farr did that. He's such an aggressive receiver. He'll go after it. 15-yard gain to the 35.
Remember his dad playing football?
Yes, sir, Mel. Pass complete, and that will be close to another first down. Corwin Anthony, the tight end. Well, let's go to Cheryl Miller, and let's talk about another sport.
All right, Gary, with me is Jim Herrick, the men's basketball coach at UCLA, and I spoke to Lou Henson last week at Illinois, and they were winning, but UCLA is having a tough time with against Arizona.
Long day at the office, Cheryl, for our football group today, yeah.
Well, tomorrow is a big day for you guys. They officially start the season. How does the team look?
Well, we're young. We have 8 freshmen and sophomore, but we're kind of excited about starting. We had a nice year last year, and our kids are excited, and we're looking forward to a good season.
How competitive will the Pac-10 be?
Well, we had 4 teams in the NCAA last year, and we were one of the top schools to have, top leagues to have kids drafted, and we lost a lot of good kids, but there are some great players in our conference again this year.
All right, thank Coach, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you. By the way, John Wooden is having a birthday today. Dick, did you know that? Today he's 79 years old.
Is he really? Well, happy birthday, John.
Yep. What a great coach. Pass near side, and all of a sudden now UCLA starting to put some pieces together. Corwin Anthony on the receiving end. That's another first down to the 40-yard line. Chris Wright was over there to make the tackle. Jim Herrick is being very modest talking about that young team. Boy, what a great recruiting year he had at UCLA. Bruins will be tough. At the 41 now, first down. 2:49 left in the third. 35-0 Arizona. There's the draw handoff to Williams and didn't fool anybody. Maybe a yard. Let's go to New York. Here's Roger Twibel.
Thank you very much, Gary. You recall that Blair Thomas, the outstanding Penn State running back, missed all of last year with a knee injury. The knee looks pretty good on this play. 38 yards on the touchdown run. That put Penn State up 7-3 in the first quarter. Now against Syracuse in the third, they lead at 10-6. Meanwhile, in the Southwest Conference, Houston and Texas A&M, Andre Ware has been intercepted 3 times, and the Aggies lead it in College Station. Back to you, Gary.
Roger, they run and shoot. They've slowed it down a little bit, the Aggies have. Here is Brett Johnson throwing to Reggie Moore. Interception by Hammersmith. Oh, what an interception. Woo! His second of the game. That looked like a completion, and all of a sudden, here comes number 15.
One official down there started to call it a completion. He didn't see the safety coming down. Now watch this. Here he comes, number 15. He reaches out there, he pulls it in. Last week he got the first interception in his senior career. Now he gets 2 today. Taking a look, 15 at the bottom of your screen. See him, he's watching the quarterback's eyes. He moves off to the left. He's going for it. Here he is. He covered a lot of ground. Great response, good quickness.
Boy, they got to grade him on the dive there.
Yeah.
We got a change at quarterback now. George Malaulu is coming in at quarterback. He is a freshman redshirt out of Carson, a left-hander, and he gives off to Michael Bates, and Bates gets a couple of yards on the play. There he is, Malaulu. They really like this guy. In fact, there was a lot of support to maybe have him be the quarterback if Veal experienced some more difficulty.
He will be the quarterback. As he matures and gains understanding, I visited with him on the field the other day. He says the understanding is really starting to come. He felt he was going to be ready to play some today, and if it was a different kind of ball game and they had to throw the ball more, I think George would have been in the ball game.
Gain of about 2 yards on the play, and Malaulu gives off to Strydnik. That's Mike Strydnik, and he's across the 10 just barely.
You know, the other thing about George is he's ambidextrous.
Yes, he
can
is.
throw both right or left-handed. Now, he's only working on the right hand, but I understand, working left-handed, but I understand he plays second base right-handed.
Pitches right-handed. That's that would really help you on the option, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, you would think it would. Plus, how about rolling out?
Yep. Right now, he's getting some valuable playing time with 56 seconds left here in the third quarter. McGill goes in motion. Malaulu giving off this time to Sapp.
He is really quick.
Isn't he? A yard short of the first down for the 15. The thing about Sapp, it reminds a lot of people of David Adams, who played here at Arizona, wore the same number, number 2. I think Sapp is about the same height, probably not as heavy as Adams. There he is.
If he is 164, that's soaking wet. I walked by him on the field the other day, but he was the Los Angeles City Player of the Year in 1988. He's quite an athlete.
So they run out of downs, and Nice will punt to this guy far. 35-0.
Did you say he was going to punt it far?
He's done it far thus far. I'm sorry. Kenny McPeters is going to snap the ball. That was pretty good. Here is the punt, and
whoa, what a beauty.
Woo! And Mike Farr is going to just get it out of bounds with it.
I think.
So at the 25-yard line, that is an outstanding punt by Nice. We'll be back. We'll return after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Wasn't too long ago when an American car here in Switzerland would make people look up in surprise. Not anymore. Oh, I wouldn't say they're all over the place, but GM sells a lot of cars over here these days. Good cars at good value. I should know. This is my dealership right here.
GM exports more cars around the world from North America than any other car manufacturer.
Gibraltar has been under British rule for over 250 years. They even have bobbies. Yet when things get hot, they get their British cool from America. Old Spice deodorant. The only deodorant in the world with the cool, fresh scent of Old Spice. But more importantly, Old Spice has more odor-fighting ingredients than even the newest men's deodorant. Old Spice Men's Grooming. #1 in America, #1 in the world.
My spine felt like a lightning rod.
Are you feeling okay?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Life goes on tomorrow.
Rebecca!
Following the World Series.
There's a new sports car emerging on the roads of California. 1990 Geostorm, 12-valve multi-port fuel-injected engine, power steering and brakes, digitally tuned stereo, and more. Special first-time buyers incentives could be no down payment. You'd expect a sports car like this to cost over $14,000. 1990 Geostorm, $99.75. Today at your Northern California Chevy Geo dealers.
This year, 10 million people will buy a new car.
Turn the key. Feel free.
And today's sophisticated engines deserve an equally sophisticated fuel. Exxon Extra, the fuel that lets you concentrate on why you bought the car in the first place.
Turn the key.
Exxon Extra, precision equipment for precision engines. Just turn the key.
A special hour of news today at 4 on Channel 7.
Arizona Stadium, Terry Donahue on the left, Dick Tomey on the right. And the guy on the right is really having a big day as Arizona leads 35-0. Terry's probably wondering if they added an extra quarter to this game. 15 minutes left to go as we start the fourth quarter. UCLA has it, first down to 25. Out to the 30-yard line, a gain of about 5 is Sean Wills. The Bruins in the 80s when trailing after the third quarter, 7 wins, 3 losses.
Today, they've got 35 points to make up to break even.
Boy, if you're Terry, you got to think about just having some success to build for next week then. And of course, again, they're in danger of having the NCAA record streak of 210 straight games scoring a point snapped. Johnson throwing and complete to Farr, makes a nice move. He's to the 46. Alexander and Salem on the stop. Hammerschmidt also over there.
Look at the total yards here for Arizona. 363 yards. Third quarter statistics, UCLA 97.
Wow. Look at the turnovers, too.
Yeah.
4 interceptions and a fumble.
Well, you know, Arizona came in here +7 in turnovers. I mean, they've taken it away 7 more times. That's than they've given it up.
First down at the 46 of Arizona after that completion. Up 25. Sean Wills. Wills starting his second game today and then not seeing a lot of action since early. Salem and Case combining on the tackle. Wanted to mix it up, get some ball control going, and I'll tell you what, none of that's happened.
They didn't mix it up, they muffed it up.
Yep.
4 times they've turned it over.
At the 39, second down. 3 yards going on this one. Wills again. First down.
I really like this Wills. I watched him play last year. He can make you miss, and he can make the cutback run. He's an enthusiastic, intense kid. I think he's really a leader, and he played in the California Shrine Game. A lot of these players have played in the Shrine Game. Randy Austin played in the Shrine Game. Corwin Anthony played in the Shrine Game. And that's really a great honor to play in the California State Shrine Game.
He set a record last year for UCLA freshman running backs, gaining 622 yards. First down from the 34. Brett Johnson dumps it off to Wills to the 30.
See that footwork?
To the 28-yard line. Geyer over there in Case.
UCLA's worst defeat for Coach Donahue was against Nebraska in 1984. It was 42-3.
42-3, and that was such a big win last year when UCLA beat Nebraska.
Right. Well, they came in here to play this game last year, the #1 team in the country. That's right. UCLA did. Boy, the Pac-10 has changed. When I was in it, you only had about 4 teams that could compete. Mike White at Cal, of course, was very good. And USC, University of Washington, and then the other teams weren't as competitive.
The balance. Here comes Wills.
See that move?
Yes, sir. And that's a first down run to the 16-yard line. This reminder again, the World Series getting underway. Game 1, 8 o'clock Eastern, right here on ABC. Line of scrimmage, the 17-yard line. Well, they show you what you're talking about, Dick, is that Arizona's got a tough trip to go to Washington State next week.
There's no breathers. You could play one great game and then go for 3 weeks playing people that couldn't beat you unless you as a coach fouled it up. Not anymore in the Pac-10. You have to play every week and you have to be good.
UCLA trying to get on the scoreboard. Johnson to the goal line, picked off. It's Lewis. Darrell Lewis, that's the 5th turnover. And we have a penalty flag thrown way over at the 30-yard line. Singleton was tangled up with Sean Wills. Some pushing and shoving going on. We're going to have an unsportsmanlike call against somebody. Boy, Singleton is really hot about it. He took his helmet and flung it to the far side.
That's not going to have any effect on the interception.
No, it won't. And it's a personal foul against UCLA. From what I could see, they were kind of stomping on him over there.
Here it is. It was a nice post pattern, a well-thrown ball. You're going to see the interception to the right side of your screen. Now, Darrell Lewis comes right in underneath, right there, played it perfect. And as the secondary coaches have told us here, and as Larry McDuff told us, he is our best pure corner. Now, Darrell Lewis was a running back, played running back for a year and actually ran the ball and did a good job.
4 interceptions by Arizona. Sets it up now at the U of A 26-yard line. 35-0 the Wildcats.
Which compact van can make the grade over these strips of simulated ice? Chevy Astro, Dodge Caravan, or Ford Aerostar? At 15% grade, the rear-drive Ford loses traction. At 20%, the front-wheel drive Dodge loses traction. But even at 25%, Chevy Astro all-wheel drive makes the grade and leaves yesterday's vans just spinning their wheels. Nobody's winning like the heartbeat of America.
Today's truck is Chevrolet.
So we really doing this?
We're gonna have a long time together.
Oh, I'm late. I gotta go.
Talk to you later. Over dinner.
When? 8. Be there.
Bye.
This is why Allstate gives a 10% discount for cars with anti-lock brakes. We're the only major insurance company that does. Call Allstate.
The undefeated Los Angeles Rams head into Buffalo to meet the Bills.
All my rowdy friends are here on Monday night.
On ABC's Monday Night Football.
30-16.
So Darrell Lewis with a big move in the goal line area, picking off Johnson's 2nd pass of the afternoon.
He threw that with authority. He doesn't like this now. He knows he's got to make the tackle here, and look at him. He's a young man. He won't throw many of those in his career as he matures.
He has 7 for the year, 2 today. Bonds also has 2. As Stridnick, the fullback, carries for a couple of yards. 2nd down and 8. UCLA still in danger of having that streak snapped, and here's what's happened. 3 plays punted, 7 and a fumble, interception. Oh, my gosh.
Wow. I would say when this is over that Coach Donahue is going to make the statement that he's never had a team play so ineptly.
Well, he was feeling that way, I think, a little bit about Tennessee, too, remember?
Yeah, but Tennessee, it was proved to everybody to be one of the best teams in the country, too.
That's true, but I think at that time he wondered. Yeah. Now he's wondering again. Here is Sapp. Sapp out to the 45, first down. And there are some of the ways you fight that dehydration problem. All those cups, it's hot. And I tell you, if you're UCLA, it's a lot hotter.
You know, they block that play as you block it with chalk on the blackboard. They just blocked it just as you draw it. Here it is. Here's the tail of the play going out of bounds, going right over there in. There goes the cold drinks. Oh, crammy.
Sure, Bob, they know.
Take that out of the scholarship. 18-yard run. On the option, pitches to Sapp.
Oh, face mask.
Boy, he got clothesline, didn't he?
They didn't call it.
Patton was over there. I don't know if they got the face mask or just hit him around the helmet. But Sapp, along with Bates, some of these freshmen they've recruited, they're going to have some outstanding skilled people.
You know what they're doing real well with the option is making a great fake inside. Look at it freeze the linebackers, everybody inside. Now there's no one out there inside-out pursuit. There's Marcus Patton, number 49, and he was a step late.
Patrick Bates was over there as well. He was the guy, I think, that caught him around the shoulder pads. Freshman out of Galveston, Texas. Gained 9 yards, second down, a yard to go. And getting the first down is Stridnick. He's to the 40. Bates on the stop. It's as though everything Arizona wants to run they can do right now.
Well, you know, defense is more than physical. Defense is emotion. Defense is intensity, flying around the field. And UCLA has not had that today. They came in here a team that had forced a team to run 35 plays for a touchdown. They haven't done that today.
Well, they were able to beat Arizona State at home last week, but their second game against a team from the state has certainly turned the other way on them. 10 minutes left in the game. 35-0 Arizona with the lead. Malaulu pitching back to Sapp.
See, you know, the other thing that happens, you say UCLA, you say Coach Donahue, and you automatically assume 10, 11 wins, 12 wins. Nothing like that happens automatically. And there are going to be times from year to year that you're not quite as good as you were when you won 10 football games and won 7 bowl games in a row. People take you for granted and just assume you're always going to be that good.
Well, here's the winningest coach in the history of the Pac-10, and right now getting hammered.
And one of the best. Well, I'll tell you, he's a heck of a football. One of the best I've ever been on the field with.
He's had 3 10-victory seasons, 7 9-victory years.
Oh, here it is, 6 points.
The left-hander, wide open. Gunfididimi, and he can't quite get to it. Gunfididimi and Eric Turner with a good defensive effort.
I like that Eric Turner. I think he's a real football player. I'm sure that's not a surprise, but I only got to do one of the games last year. But he's always around the football. Here it is. They had a play-action pass. He's playing the safety position. He looks back for the ball. He's right in proper position. Actually, Fididimi Gunfididimi prevented the interception.
Just call him Double O.
I'll just call him Gun. Gunfididimi.
Third down coming up. McGill in motion. Malaulu, the quarterback, gives
great blocking. Wow.
First down. Whoop. Argo and Turner on the stop.
I don't know who that big fullback, 33, Mike Stridnick, he went through there on an isolation play. And I'll tell you, he's a walk-on. He didn't even have a scholarship. He just plays football because he loves the game.
They tell me he absolutely sets the example in toughness on this team. Look at that. Houston got beat. We won't see them on TV this year. A&M, that's a big win for R.C. Slocum. Hand off to Stridnick. The ball comes loose, but it's been downed at the 23-yard line. Khalif Carter was there to make the stop. 8:39 left in the game, 35-0. If you joined us late, it was 14-0 after 1 quarter, 28-0 at half. And the Wildcats build it to a 35-0 lead after 3. And Washington, Oregon, big game. Washington's lost 3 in a row now.
We did their opening game against Texas A&M and thought they were an outstanding team. Shows you how much I know.
On a 2nd and 8.
They're just absolutely knocking them right off the ball. That time, poor Brian Kelly had roller skates on. They were knocking him off.
That's Reggie McGill, really an underrated football player out of Phoenix. He was the player of the year his senior year in the state. Just the kind of guy that's unselfish, very steady, not flashy at all. But boy, are they glad to have him on the team.
I know it. Both of his parents went to Arizona State. Looks like he made a good decision.
Well, Arizona's unbeaten 7 years against Arizona State, their rivals to the north.
Dick Tomey will build this as he's already done, and he's only been here 3 years, but he is an unbelievable recruiter. Unbelievable, because he is so sincere and he comes across sincere. And the parents like him. You know, and Donahue's the same way. That's why he's been winning all that.
Yeah.
You've got to recruit.
Boy, do you ever.
And recruiting is fun. I used to really enjoy meeting the parents of the athletes. I met so many nice people.
There's Terry's record just to show you how effective he's been. By the way, for Arizona right now, they have 421 yards rushing. Now, they led the Pac-10 last year in rushing, but not using this kind of offense.
Well, they came into the game averaging 163.
Mala'ulu is able to get the first down on the sneak inside the 15-yard line. This reminder, at the conclusion of this game, will select a Chevrolet Most Valuable Player of the Game, and for the 19th year, through the Chevrolet Scholarship Program, $1,000 will be donated to the General Scholarship Fund of each school. Boy, for Arizona, I guess David Eldridge might be a pretty good pick for that, huh?
Well, don't go out on the limb so early.
He got him started, and I mean in a big way, scoring 2 touchdowns back in the first quarter. This is Sapp. Oh, he's quick. Look at this. He's still going. Touchdown.
Here it is. You talk about a little tiny guy. Nobody wants a piece of him. Everybody's waiting for somebody else to make the tackle, reaching and grabbing. I'll tell you, that's terrible tackling and great running.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of both. I agree.
You have Gene Bullenogle coach this young man at Carson High School. Gene, you ought to be proud of him.
Back, point after, 42-0. Wow. If people are seeing this score, they're going to think it can't be true. Believe me, it is.
Mr. Ian McKenzie. I'm Angus McKenzie. Ian's moved down the road.
Today, with service to 175 countries,
Oh, you'd be wanting Ian Alistair Mackenzie.
UPS delivers to nearly 4 billion people,
Parcel for McKenzie.
including the extraordinary concentration of Mackenzies along the northeast coast of Scotland.
Mr. Ian Alistair McKenzie. No trouble finding me, did you, lad? No trouble at all.
UPS, we run the tightest ship in the shipping business.
First came the collapse, then the plague. There were rumors of a cure, of a final battle for the future. And Jean-Claude Van Damme is the ultimate weapon in Cyborg. Now on video cassette.
Road Handler treadlocks. Test them for 1,000 miles. If you don't agree they're the toughest tires you've ever owned, Sears will buy them back. Great low prices every day. Road Handler Tough. That's your money's worth and a whole lot more.
Old Main, the oldest building on campus, the Catalina Mountains in the background in Tucson, Arizona. What a magnificent setting. And this guy, Sapp, made it even more magnificent for Arizona fans, scoring from 14 yards out.
That's John Brandom on the right, the big offensive guard, number 63. He's from Riverside, Paulding. I was talking to him the other day on the field. I said, John, I recruited a kid from that high school. I gave him the name. I said, do you remember him? He said, what year was that? And I said, 1970. He said, Coach, I was 3 years old.
I'm getting old, Gary. Rich Ball is kicking off, barefooted. So we're going to see some backup people with 7:25. Kickoff comes to Brian Brown, and Brown to the 31. Let's go back from the end zone and watch this touchdown run by Sapp.
Ladies and gentlemen, watch this. You watch what an effort. Now, not good tackling, good blocking, not good tackling, but this is just a little guy, 160 pounds. He makes a man miss it. Look at this. Eric Turner misses right there, getting the shoulder padded. He just keeps going. And there, what's his name? Just reaches with the arms. Again, reaches with the hands. Number 3, Carlton Gary. Oh, those little guys, you got to get your arms around.
Well, he, along with Bates, were 2 of the heavily recruited players. They have another guy by the name of Lovett, who they like a lot out of the LA area. He is stockpiling some running backs. First down from the 31. 7:19 left in the game, 42-0. Jimmy Bonds has come back in at quarterback, hits Corwin Anthony, the tight end, first down. So Johnson couldn't get him on the scoreboard, and Bonds comes in for the second time today.
Well, it's a good time to get him some playing experience in game conditions. You know, it was dead even until they had a big team scrimmage in the Rose Bowl, last scrimmage, and Bonds did not play real well, and Johnson did, so Johnson got the job. But Johnson's been around football all his life. His dad was a high school football coach. He played for him in El Toro High School, and a very fine football coach. He'll come back.
6:59 left in the game. First down at the 47 of Arizona. Bonds to throw. Boy, he does have an arm.
Yes,
complete to Arbuckle.
Nice delivery. Nice quick delivery, too.
Yards short of the first down. The other game on ABC, that's stayed that way a long time, hasn't it? 10-0?
Yep.
Michigan,
that way
Michigan State.
Michigan State can't quite throw the ball well enough to beat that kind of football team. And that's the team, Michigan, ladies and gentlemen, that's the team that UCLA actually had beaten till the final, you know, remember the onside kick and all that?
Yep.
Field goal.
2nd and 2. There's a draw handoff to Brian Brown, and Brown has the first down.
He has a little flash about him, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a slasher.
Yeah.
Curtis Wright made the stop, or Chris Wright. Dick, let me ask you something. There's Terry Donahue. He became head coach at UCLA at the age of 32. 14 years later, getting beat like this. That's tough.
Well, I'll tell you, losing never gets any easier, regardless of how much experience. The only thing I ever worried about Coach Donahue and Terry is, and as close friends as we are, is that you get a job so young at the prime of your career in your mid-40s. Hey, you've been doing it a long time. It's got to wear you out a little bit.
Wonder if you have any adrenaline left. Here is Bonds throwing near side, and Moore almost dropped it. Hangs on. Out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And that's a first down. Jimmy Tucker, 27, made the stop. So Bonds somehow trying to get this goose egg off the scoreboard for UCLA.
Well, for every pass, the ratio in high school, every 12th pass he threw was a touchdown. So he knows where the end zone is. I mean, he can get it in the end zone. Kids come out of high school in good passing attacks now, much further along and more sophisticated in the passing skills and total pass offensive schemes.
Especially in the good weather areas like California. Here's a give to Brown, going wide. 10, 5 to the 3. Drop there, 1st and goal. William Dixon on the stop. You'd say to yourself, what's at stake? Well, no one wants to get shut out, but also they want to keep that NCAA record going. 210 straight games they've scored in.
UCLA has scored 11 of the 14 times inside the 20. It's a little insignificant right now.
Inside the 5, 1st and goal. Miller and Moore split to the near side. Jimmy Bonds giving off. Brian Brown, and he's to the 3. Chris Wright again on the stop. Also Arneth Mobley.
I'll tell you, the big sophomore offensive guard, Mark Wilder, number 69 for UCLA, just found out what it was to line up in front of a defensive lineman that didn't want to be blocked. He really gave him. He stuffed him.
Coming in now is the biggest fullback in the world, Kevin Smith, 6'4", 251. He's number 23. He is a monster.
He played for Tony Fadell at Skyline High School in Oakland, California, up in the East Bay area.
2nd and goal, just outside the 2. Anthony in motion. Let's see if they give it to Smith. Oh, they're going to back instead.
You see that
Brian
block?
Brown is in for the touchdown.
Woo! Kevin Smith's block. Watch the big fullback's block on the right side of the screen. Here he is. He's going to block like, look at that. Boom! That looked like the shot that when they put the refrigerator in at fullback position in the Bear games a few years back. He just annihilated that guy. Holy mackerel. Put him in, coach. Let him block.
So they saved their NCAA record. Now they're at 211 games of scoring. At least 1 point. Velasco adds a point after. It's 42-7. 4:14 left in the game, and having a few wounds, UCLA.
There's a motor oil that talks about quality, always has, always will. Well, Valvoline makes the highest quality motor oil recommended by any automobile manufacturer. Oh yeah, unlike the competition, Valvoline now has a $2 check that works just like cash when you buy 6 quarts or more of Valvoline or get an oil change using Valvoline. Look for your Valvoline check in magazines or your mailbox. People who know, use Valvoline.
Which compact passenger van helps you stop best on the slippery curves you drive on? Chevy Astro or Ford Aerostar? Chevy's standard 4-wheel anti-lock brakes help you make controlled stops. Ford doesn't offer 4-wheel anti-lock brakes. And look what can happen if the front wheels skid during braking. So stop and think. Chevy Astro gives you the technology of 4-wheel anti-lock brakes. Nobody's winning like the heartbeat of America.
Today's truck is Chevrolet.
At UCLA, undergraduate students enrich their learning by joining the Student Research Program. Students work one-on-one in the library or laboratories with some of UCLA's premier faculty. By working side by side with professors, students expand their learning through involvement firsthand in academic research. For UCLA undergraduates, the Student Research Program provides an opportunity to explore the challenges of discovery.
42-7, UCLA gets on the scoreboard with 4:14 left in the game. Brad Deliuso will kick off. Going back deep is Sapp, who just scored a touchdown a moment ago. Well, next week, UCLA goes to Oregon State. Then they catch Washington at home, and the Wildcats have to go up to meet Washington State, and that'll be a tough outing for Dick Tomey's team.
You bet it will. You know, University of Arizona beat them last week in a shootout, last year rather, and they both scored in the 30s. It was really up and down the field type game.
Can you believe this guy kicking off? It's so far, it's not even close.
I know.
Yeah, look at that. Michigan State scored, so George Perlis's team is still in that one. Washington, they need that one. They've lost 3 in a row, and Oregon, of course, was the team that upset Arizona 2 weeks ago.
We have some different people in here, Coach.
It's now a new quarterback in the ball game. Coming in is going to be Stuart Betty.
Stuart Betty, is it?
I think it's Betty.
B-E-T-T-Y.
He gives off to Sapp. Sapp only 164, but look at him move the pile.
I tell you, he's an impressive little son of a gun.
Out across the 25, Brad Bryson made the stop.
Carson High School has probably turned out as many fine football players as any high school in the country. We go into the Big Ten, and we find kids from Carson High School.
Sapp has 72 yards on a touchdown. So Arizona has really done some job here today. 3:42 left. Boy, the Wildcats said they want to take their program to the next level, and they have done that today. Handoff this time to Stridnick, and he's still on his feet. He just won't go down. Look at this. First down. That is just indicative of the effort of this Arizona team. Now, there's one guy, Dick, that I thought really showed us, and we're going to bring it up a little bit, the real intensity of this team. It's this man, but also Jeff Hammerschmidt. But we're going to talk about him in a moment. Look at the play.
He just keeps ricocheting off. Bounce, boom, bounce, out. There he goes. Oh, gets a block. Oh, pulls out of that one. Oh, going to pull out of Argo's block. Oh, keeps running right there. Nobody wants a piece of the action.
16-yard gain.
I tell you something. I wouldn't want to go to practice on Monday.
Hand off to Sapp again. And look at this guy. Just keep fighting. Now, I want to watch the eyes of this guy we're going to have him coming up here. Here's Hammerschmidt. See him? Now, we talked to him and asked him what today's game means. Here's what he had to say.
This game means any shot for a Rose Bowl, any shot for what we wanted at the beginning of the year. It's what we wanted, and if we don't get to the Rose Bowl, we haven't satisfied ourselves. And I think to get to the Rose Bowl, we have to beat UCLA. So if we don't beat UCLA, we're not satisfied with anything.
That kind of sums it up. That good-looking kid, isn't he, though? Yeah. The Hammer, he's out of Helix High School in San Diego. That's the same high school that produced Chuck Cecil, the All-American here at Arizona, who's now playing for the Packers.
He also played in the state high shrine game in California. I can remember as a recruiter for Stanford and UCLA going to that shrine game and watch those kids play. They all go on with football scholarship.
Dick, what we're having right now is some problems with the clock. 3:23 left to go, and
Terry can't get it to run faster.
Wow.
Please put 3:02 on the clock.
Well, it's less time instead of 3:23. By the way, Arizona now up to date. George Hill, our statistician, hands assists. 65 carries, Dick, for 466 yards.
Oh, gee.
I mean, that is total domination. And they have started this game effectively, and they're ending it very impressively, playing some backup people, and boy, that's a great situation for Dick Tomey. Betty, the quarterback, gives to Skrydnik, our big 33 fullback, and he's just dragging people and moving them around. Mark McGill eventually was able to get in his way. He has another first down.
Coach Tomey has got to be happy. He is one of these guys that doesn't change his demeanor very much. One day, we had a recruiting party at my house. Big pool deck right there, and he was explaining a lot of things about the program and all that. He had a coat and tie on. It was a Sunday morning, and he backed off and fell right into the swimming pool. So help me God, the players go crazy. He gets up out of the pool, shakes himself off, and goes right on with his conversation as if nothing happened. He wouldn't acknowledge the fact that he fell in the pool.
First down at the 42. Sapp again, a flag on the play. He is dropped. By the way, they're approaching a record. UCLA, the most yardage they had given up rushing-wise was 477 yards to Nebraska in '83. Here's holding. That'll bring that back. Prior to that last snap, they were at 466 and counting. So Arizona could set a new rushing record against the Bruins.
You know, in talking with Terry last night,
Offense, 10 yards from the previous spot. Repeat first down.
He said there were three things that really concerned him about the game and preparation with Arizona. Number one was dealing with the heat from a mental standpoint. Number two was the trying to negate University of Arizona's one extra week of preparation. And three, being on the road in a real intense atmosphere before, something his team hadn't been on.
All right, did he accomplish any of those?
Zero, flunked the test.
That's right. 0 for 3. 0 for 3. He was concerned about the environment, and I think Brett Johnson being inexperienced, it may have affected him a little bit. 2:04 left in the game. The penalty now makes it 1st and 20. Did he fall down? Betty gets up and to the 44. Well, continuing here on ABC, the World Series, the Oakland A's against the San Francisco Giants. The guys who like to go through the old bash routine when they hit the round tripper, and I don't know if you saw the home run by Canseco in the playoffs. It just keeps going. And then on Monday night, there's Jim Everett having a great year. Henry Ellard receiving those passes. Greg Bell running the ball well. The Bills have Jim Kelly hurt.
I'll tell you, it is a real intense city to go in and play on a Monday night. I went in there with a team and played a Thursday night game, and both teams were undefeated in 1981. And I'll tell you, that city gets involved.
Look at this guy, Skrydnik. He's like a Brahma bull. He just keeps going, and people bouncing off of him, and no one wants to get in his way.
Arizona's offense has gained so much confidence today. They're going to want to hire UCLA's defense to go along with them and play against them next week.
UCLA's calling timeout. Why would they call a timeout? They call timeout with 1:08 left to go.
Out here, people depend on Craftsman. Craftsman tools are so tough, the hand tools are guaranteed forever. So you can always return them, no matter when or for what. Good thing they hardly ever have to, because the nearest Sears is 2 hours away. By plane. Great low prices every day. Craftsman quality. That's your money's worth, and a whole lot more.
State Farm tracks dangerous storms.
That helps State Farm agents like me deliver fast claim service. You see, before a catastrophic storm can threaten your home, our national coordinators are tracking that storm and sending in special disaster claims crews. Our local claims people are already gearing up. A hurricane or a kitchen fire, State Farm moves fast. It's a big reason we insure more homes than anyone else.
State Farm is there.
Defending Big Ten champ Michigan tackles perennial power Iowa. Or UCLA hits the Oregon Trail to take on Oregon State. Next Saturday on ABC's College Football.
You know, that promo reminds me, how would you like to be Oregon State playing the Bruins next week?
No way, because these kids have been shocked today. They've been embarrassed. The coaches have been embarrassed. They're upset. And I promise you, you will see an unbelievable football team next week. The game is still mental. The game still has an emotional aspect to it. And UCLA lacked that today.
I don't know why they called this timeout. I still can't figure it out. Third down now and about 15. By the way, Arizona now 480 yards rushing. That's a new record. The old record was 477 against UCLA and 83 by Nebraska. Betty running around.
He wants to throw it. He never gets in a game.
Well, this is going to be picked off. Nope. Out of play as coverage this time. Coming over there was Patrick Bates. And Gary, that'll bring up fourth down.
Gary, don't you think we ought to thank our statistician, George Hill, for what a great job he did keeping up with all those yards made today? George, nice going. Nice going. About time you did a good job for us here. Super job. And Bill Friel, our spotter. Bill actually cleaned his glasses off a couple times today.
You got to dress him better, though. That's all.
Hey, Bill has spotted for the likes of Lindsey Nelson.
That's right. By the way, Lindsey, nice article here in the game program about it. 70-year-old gentleman, one of the class guys. Here's a snap now to Neese, and Neese will hit it very high.
Look at that ball.
Boy, he just really hammers him, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Fair catch is called for by Mike Farr, and we have 49 seconds left in the game. So the Chevrolet most valuable players of the game, probably no real surprise. David Eldridge, 20 carries, 205 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then for UCLA, Craig Davis, 14 tackles, 1 for a loss. And Chevrolet will donate $1,000 to each school's general scholarship fund to reward outstanding students for their academic achievements and to assist those in financial need.
You know there is not that much difference in these two football teams. And in fact, if they played again next week, UCLA might turn around and beat Arizona. But you only get the one opportunity, and you better take advantage of it. Today, UCLA did not. It probably will cost them their Rose Bowl hopes. A couple teams have gone. UCLA went to the Rose Bowl once with 2 losses, right?
Only 2 times in the 11-year history of the Pac-10 have they been able to lose 2 games and get to Pasadena on New Year's Day. There's a give to, I should say, Barnes keeping the ball out to the 21. 2 times. 81 was one of those years, Washington, and 85 was the other. Pat James is over there, number 88, to make the stop. But boy, I tell you what, that'll put USC unbeaten at the top of the Pac-10.
Right.
And Arizona a step back, as now UCLA.
Boy, that kid, I like the way he throws.
Oh, he can throw it, can't he? That's Arbuckle again out of Houston, who started his first game. He's been having a lot of knee trouble, and they're going to their hurry-up offense. 8 seconds left. The crowd standing and applauding this effort by Dick Tomey's Wildcats. The Cats did bear down, and the Cats won big. The last play, the pass completed to Moore, and Moore is tackled, and the game is over. What a win for Dick Tomey. There's his daughter, Angie, coming up. And Terry Donahue goes over to greet his friend. It's been a long afternoon for Donahue, but for Dick Tomey, one of his biggest wins ever.
No question about it. And this is the time you wish the guy wasn't your friend, because there's no way to enjoy losing. Absolutely no way.
So Arizona wanted to move to the next level, and they've done it. 42-7.
Xerox presents the Great American Torture Test. We challenged the bone-numbing cold of northern Alaska and intense city traffic. Traveled coast to coast to the suffocating heat of Death Valley and passed with flying colors. Xerox, because extreme conditions demand